Hey!
Hey!
Hi.
To our homes. This is Alchemy Hour After Dark. Actually, it's
Not
Alchemy
quite
Hour
dark yet.
Before
quite
Dark.
dark.
Still very bright where we are.
Alchemy Hour from Before Dark to After Dark. Yeah, we have a sickness in the group. It's called gayness. And we're trying to figure out how to contain it, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So we're down Garrett Clayton tonight, and Mars Parker thinks she may have a little something. So we're gonna distance. We're gonna be socially distant tonight. We did this like a month ago, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, not too bad.
We didn't have any problems. So welcome to all of our houses. If you're looking behind me and wondering what is that art, and I know you are. Okay, does anyone want to guess what? Does anyone? These are hard. Does anyone know what this is?
I won't play.
Like this big. It's like
I know you have to like you have to like zoom me in instead of doing gallery view. Duh.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay. What about this one? Anyone?
I know it.
It's The Last of Us.
You could even tell from just that. It's the last one. This one, by the way, is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's a speck right here looking at this. And then this one, which is just dark, that is Uncharted 4.
Oh, the
But-
climbing game. The
Are we
mountain
doing-
climbing simulator.
There's you mean Lara Croft?
What
Lara
was
Croft?
what was
Tomb
that
Raider
awful
should
game?
Tomb Raider should be called Mountain Climber.
That's what fucking Uncharted should be called.
They're the same game.
It's the same game, yeah.
Yeah, you just call it
Same
Mountain
game.
Climbing Boy, Mountain Climbing Girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
When are they gonna hook up? That's what everyone wants to know.
Well, they'll find each other at the top of the mountain.
Or probably at the bottom.
And then it's a meet cute scene.
Yeah. It's like basically Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. They keep trying to shoot each other but missing and then saying cute, charming quips about things.
Oh, about married family values.
I knew you
Yeah.
undercooked the chicken to poison me. I'm
You know,
workshopping
we'll
it.
work
I'm
it. We'll work
workshopping
on
it.
A
Yeah,
strong
yeah. We'll
entrance
send
from
it to
Michelle. Okay, how was everyone's week? I mean, we're gonna do this remotely tonight.
I want to go first.
Go first, Bianca.
My week was really fun because on Tuesday, well, a part of it was bad because Greg was with me, but the other part of it that was really good is that we went to this really awesome distillery here in Los Angeles called The Obscure, and they have a members only bar in there. So if you buy one of their bottles after you have a tasting, you get this like year subscription, and they are some nerds and they do Tuesday tavern nights, and there was like a person playing the hurdy-gurdy. And like at one point they played some Final Fantasy song that Greg lost his mind over. It's just really pretty. And the drinks were so good. And there were like D&D games going on. Like there was one that had like a huge, it was a mountain, there was a lake in the middle, and there was levels, and they had all the figures. And that was a capture the flag. And then the one that we did was like, it was like a temple-y stone looking set with a few characters. And we did like a fighting one. It was so fun. So
Are the drinks included with membership or with attendance?
No, other way around. It's the other way around. If you buy a bottle of their liquor, then you get a year membership.
And then you have to buy the drinks while you're there.
Right.
Of course, it's a bar.
I'm asking questions.
But they do actually have an upgraded membership that you can pay to get like bar service, but neither of us make enough money for it. No.
Yeah.
But it's someday
so cool.
we could get like bottle service there and stuff.
It's so cool because like the staff was super nice, but also like the other attendees were like really nice and stuff. So it didn't feel so much like we were going to a bar. Like it really did feel like this is members only cool people coming out here that are nice, who want to be here. So that part of it was really cool.
I gotta say, the appeal of a members only nerd bar sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
It
does.
Yeah, there's something about that that's really fun.
We were there on a Tuesday, and it's not like it was packed, but there were probably 20 to 30 people there. That seems like the right vibe. I mean, it's not a huge place, so honestly, it was just the right amount of people. I hope they're making money. I bought one of their bottles of alcohol. So I'm sure they have similar impressions on other people.
It
Greg,
kind of
will
seemed
you
like
take me?
Yes, they will.
Will you take me?
No,
Why
no,
wouldn't
you can't go
Oh,
Why wouldn't you ask me to take you? I was the first member.
because I
Yeah.
thought you already used your things.
yeah, you use your things
Me?
on me.
No,
And
you
now
can bring guests
now I'm
every
the only
time.
one-
Oh, Bianca, take me with you.
No.
No.
No, I
Bianca
don't
can
want to
no
go with
longer
Greg. I don't want to go with Greg.
It's
I
a
want to go with B.
It's a one-time membership.
That's what I thought it was. She got guest passes and she used them with you guys, and so now you're new, so you get guest passes. Is that
No,
I made an assumption?
Yep.
Anyone can go. No,
Actually,
anyone can go.
Bianca can no longer go to the bar.
That's not true.
Okay, Bianca, you and I will go.
Bianca started no less than 2 tavern brawls.
Yeah.
That's why I can't go back. That's why.
It was the smashing of the hurdy-gurdy that really
I was-
sealed the fate.
I was a really sore loser at the D&D for the stuff, and I lost my mind.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Listen.
Oh, Tara's theme, Hunty. Oh,
It's-
cute.
Come on. I was like instantly. I was like, shut up. Shut up.
Everyone stop talking. Listen to the
Listen to the
hurdy-gurdy.
Listen to the hurdy-gurdy. Shut up. Everyone be quiet. Don't you know what's happening? There were a few people who immediately were like, yes.
We all know.
It's not a hard song. Hurdy-gurdy has such a weird sound anyway. It kind of like always makes this one note. So
It's a drone. It's a drone instrument.
It's
Isn't
a
it?
droning instrument. Mhm.
It sounded great in there though. Like it wasn't annoying.
It sounded just right. It was very
Yeah.
atmospherically
It
like
kind of feels like it sort of looks like the nerd version of a tiki bar. It's like tiki nerd.
oh yeah, totally. Emerson, did you do anything exciting this week?
Nothing except well, actually, I closed this Bigfoot the musical. We had an encore performance, and Brendan Hunt, Coach Beard of Ted Lasso, originally played, and he was there, and we hung out with him all night,
Hey, cool.
which was really cool. And then I booked a commercial,
Hey,
Ding dong, baby. A
so
national one, right?
yeah.
Congratulations.
awesome.
Emerson.
Congrats.
Everyone's gonna see Emerson's little silly face.
Actually, you'll just hear
No,
my
it's
voice.
just his voice, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
was it the
thank
Target
God.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't book it. Damn it.
Oh, I'm
How I find
sorry.
out.
Ah,
This is how I find out.
Right.
Oh
You know,
no.
they
And-
cast the
And
voice
that's
over-
Hollywood, kids. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. Congrats.
Oh, I
Thank
didn't-
you.
Oh, congratulations! I didn't book it.
Yeah. Oh, congrats. Mhm.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm gonna go jump off a cliff now.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Yeah.
want to go next.
Okay, Michelle, you're next.
Okay. Is that now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh boy.
I went to a wedding in Chicago and I introduced everyone to a fun bit that I started doing at an adults camp day that I had at a friend's house, which was just going, good answer, Family Feud style, but everyone does it immediately. And so we were all like, we were sitting like waiting in line for the architectural tour or something. And I was like, do you think I'm gonna get a crazy thing? And somebody gave me sunscreen, a crazy tan line. Somebody gave me sunscreen. Everyone was like, good answer, everybody. So fun. The other thing is, I recently read a book called Legends and Lattes, which everyone knows about if you're in the cozy book scene, which
Mhm.
I'm not in the cozy book scene. It was recommended to me so long ago, but I'm more of a fantasy scene and not like a fantasy scene. But it's so cute and it's so good. And there's a second one, and it's essentially like if a D&D group, if a D&D group's characters were real, it takes the story of one of those characters from a very like D&D perspective almost, and then
Mhm.
sort of like outlines what that character does once she's decided to stop campaigning as like a bloodthirsty orc. And then it's like a story of her settling down into a town and creating a life and making friends and learning how to not just be like a bloodthirsty orc anymore. And it's really cute.
Wait, did you see Lauren said she's literally
Oh
reading
my
it right now?
God, it's so good. I just finished it on the plane, and then there's a second one, and I'm reading the second one now.
Okay, where is this in the pantheon of A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh, not anywhere near.
Thank
I was gonna
God.
say it sounds
Thank God.
boring to me.
No, this is more in the realm of, it's not quite like Piers Anthony. If you've read any Piers Anthony,
Mhm.
it's a little bit, I would say it's like high fantasy in that there is a magic system, a world, continents, and everything that exist outside of any realm that we have, but there are also references to sort of modern day things. Like there's a reference to coffee that's kind of built in, but it's built in as like part of this like gnomish invention. But it's
Okay.
called coffee. It's not called like kavefefefe.
Well,
So
they missed out. They didn't figure out what to do with that. We did.
kafefe, right? But it's very cute. It's very cozy. It literally is as if like, let's say Vic, or actually Linda is a really good representation. Let's say Linda really wants to stop adventuring and doesn't want to be in battles anymore and has been doing it for a very long time. What would Linda do settling down in a town of other mythical creatures that all have the backstories of the NPCs of the towns that we visit? It's really cute.
Fun. I thought when you were talking about the orc and like like trying to get along with folk, I was like, actually, I just for Linda purposes alone, I'd love to read that.
It's cute. It's low stakes. It's cozy. It's like not trying to be intense at all. Very cute.
Jason Michael Snow. Oh, you talked about your Vegas trip, didn't you?
Well, but before we went live.
Oh, okay. So Jason Michael Snow,
Yep.
did you do anything interesting this week?
Yes, my
No
brother and
spoilers.
my father were having coffee last weekend, Cafe. And my brother was like, "Yeah, I've never really been to Vegas." And my dad was like, "You want to go tomorrow?" And he's like, "Yes." And we live that way because my stepmom flies for Alaska Airlines. So all my childhood growing up, we'd like wake up in the morning on a Saturday and be like, "Do you want to go to Disneyland today?" And we would just jump on a plane if there was space and would fly down to Disneyland and spend the day there and then go home. And that was back when you could get like a year-long membership for $100 period.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She used to be very cute. Not anymore. But so my dad did that with Vegas. So he and my brother got down there and I drove up after our broadcast on last Monday and I was there Tuesday and Wednesday. And it was great. I will say, not to get too political, but my father, who is a lot more conservative than I am, and my brother and I both, we had probably one of the best political conversations we've ever had that actually, dare I say, bordered on progressive.
Wow.
Good answer. Good answer.
It's a good bit. That's a good bit. Yeah, and that was my week. And my buddy who's a wedding planner, who did Garrett and Blake's wedding, was in town and he was doing a wedding at this like mansion at this place called the Paramore House. Have you guys ever been there?
I've been to Paramore House, yes.
Massive mansion.
Yeah.
Massive mansion in Silver Lake.
Maybe I've just heard someone talk about it. It sounds so familiar.
Oh, it is sumptuous. It's like a preserved mansion. It's super old from like, the silent movie era days. And the woman who is now in charge of the preservation of it was in a bidding war with Katy Perry because Katy Perry didn't know that it was like fancy. And they were in a bidding war where she was trying to buy it for like $40 million or something.
Wow.
And then the like historical society or whatever, they were like, okay, well, you can't just be an entity. You have to also buy it then if you want to preserve it. So the like historical preservation entity outbid Katy Perry for this house.
Good.
It's kind of like, what did she want it for? She just wanted a famous spot.
It is real private.
Yeah.
And like the views are almost a panoramic of all of LA. And I'm like, yeah, if I was someone that famous, no one's getting in here that you don't know about.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
But then again, you see like A+ list celebrities like just living like, you'll be like, oh yeah, they live in between me and Jason, in like some private island neighborhood that no one noticed, and you suddenly like take a few wrong turns. That's like.
Does it Steve Carell live next door to Mark Cherry?
Yeah, it's exactly like that, where you're like,
oh, does he?
Yeah.
You're like, where do the wealthy live? And it's like over there. Walk
It's kind of my neighborhood.
A few blocks and suddenly. Yeah, well, I mean, true. You're on the have-not side of the street, my dear.
No, I don't think that's right.
That's so rude.
We used to live there. We couldn't even afford to stay. So, ha ha ha. Lovely.
Shall we
Okay,
start?
let's start.
Greg, did you say your
Hi.
week? What was your week?
I mean, I went with Bianca to a nerd bar, and I don't know. I have a bunch of like information coming in about these shows I'm doing in the West End, so that's exciting, including
Fun.
special celebrity casting. But I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, so I won't. And other than that, my week was peaceful and provocative and respectful
Oh.
and
Well done.
disciplined.
Well done.
Good answer.
Good
I'm not done.
answer.
It was also intriguing and sumptuous.
Well,
We have some announcements to make.
I'm not done.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
oh.
Stop.
Hey everybody. I just want to say thanks so much to our Alchemist tier Patreon subscribers. Amelia, David Goldstein, Elderender, Gabe Turner, it's Kim, Jacob, Kodabuki, Lauren, happy birthday, Lauren, Vane Whisper, and Windows Fields. Thanks to you guys and everybody else who donates to our Patreon and Twitch. If you are not already a subscriber, head on over and check it out. We have a killer Discord community, and it keeps growing, and we'd love for you to come and be a part of it with us. This Wednesday night is our monthly Girls and Games private chat. So if you are one of our top 2-tier subscribers, you can join. It'll be Emerson and I. And I haven't even had a chance to talk to you about this, but I have a idea for what we can do that's a little world buildy, and I think it's
love
gonna be
it.
really, really fun. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Like nerds. Me personally, don't tolerate them.
Yeah.
And then tonight you won't see our art because we are in the process of probably getting more from our lovely friend. But if you have checked out any of our previous broadcasts, or if you go check out any of our socials, you might see art by @Avery Does Arts. Go follow her on all socials, throw her some love. We're obsessed with her. She crushed it. And tonight you're gonna have to settle for what some of us have done in Canva.
So there's some of my favorite. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Garrett's cactar sprout is one of my favorites because it just looks like a 8-year-old with a left hand just drew a
It looks
freaking
like
plant, man.
It looks like a badly drawn Pokemon. All right, let's go to our kick-ass theme song. We'll see you on the other side.
Born from the stars, whispered in dead of night. They burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The freaks are coming for ya. We've come to play. We are the natural ones. Be careful what you wish for. In the devil's game, we are the natural ones.
Oliver and friends are on a journey to discover a new portal. Unfortunately, the continent of Universalia is not exactly welcoming. After acquiring a companion badge, the group heads north to the vampire kingdom of Transylvorn. But when Leaf and the others learn of a musical production called Birds of a Feather that seems to be retelling the events of Oliver's life, Leaf cannot help himself and murders the lead actor, setting the theater on fire and scaring the rest of the cast away.
He just can't help it.
I think you guys, Garrett might be a pyromaniac because it's multiple characters he's tried to do this in now. A vampire acquaintance can help the members get badges, but they'll have to help him first. Oh, yes, that's right. He's the talent manager of the musical, and his cast has completely disappeared. He needs Leaf and friends to find them, but Oliver and friends have a better idea. They know what happened. They can perform the musical themselves. And you guys do. Everything went amazingly well until shocking twist that no one saw coming. The author, S.B. Charming, was actually Spinhead Blinky Bird.
Oh,
The villain of Macroon. He reveals himself as the musical introduces a new plot twist, the death of Oliver Hootman. Oliver, Leaf, and Sprout are trapped inside of a giant birdcage with a bomb, and the vampire guards attack. Sprout quickly disarms the bomb as Oliver cracks the cage's locking mechanisms, and Vic lays waste to the majority of the vamps with a destroy undead spell. Linda also helps by dropping a sandbag and opening a trap door. Defeated and furious, Spinhead retreats with the help of a strange new device that none of you have encountered before. This floating orb seems to be acting on its own and is capable of casting spells. You've never seen anything like that. When the tables turn on Spinhead, this orb teleports Spinhead and the orb away to an unknown location. Oliver, in particular, was confounded. Spinhead started a war in Macroon because he believed society had lost its way. It's a bit of a far cry from this Batman-esque villain who erected a musical as a vendetta trap. What happened to him? He used to be your mentor, Oliver. No time to consider. As the alarms in the theater are blaring, confused and delighted, the audience delivers a standing ovation as the actors run through the backstage maze of an enormous theater. In a closed portion of the building that suffered from water damage, the team punches through a wall to reveal a strange abandoned room with an ominous tunnel. Crawling through a system of ant-hill-like tunnels, the group realizes, they attempt to use both insect and plant life, and all of it instantly decays into nothing. Through a slimy alien-like orifice, the team is birthed/pooped into the void. Let's get in a tiny hut, they say. Pleasant times are had in the hut.
That they are.
Oliver activates the jet black opal portal and a wave of red blood washes over it instead of the usual blue glowy pathway. The group cautiously walk through. On the other side, a desert with Zen-like pattern in the sand. A pathway forward. Behind them, a silent and still ocean. Above them, a black and empty sky. Nearby, an enormous boulder impossibly balanced on the edge of a cliff. In the distance, Oliver sees a city, or maybe not. It vanishes from sight like a desert mirage. What is this place? Along their path, careful not to disturb the perfection and balance of the world around them, the group encounters a giant stone hand. Inspecting it, they discover a floating and glowing orb. Sprout cannot help himself and reaches out to it. Suddenly,
touch it.
Sprout is alone in the desert, face to face or not face, with an empty black robe. He suddenly becomes filled with the knowledge that they will die if they stay any longer. He awakens in his body and tells the group they must leave. The panic to get out leads to an argument. The group decides to take a mysterious red portal that emerges back in the hive. Realizing you need more information to further pursue this direction, the group sets out to go to the capital of Autumn the following day, where they can look through their extensive libraries to find any information about this. That night, Vic is brought to Perry Maupin's palace. This act alone is a declaration that Vic is ascending in her order. Perry tells Vic that he is her chosen champion. She wants him to reunite the Everfall Journal. Furthermore, as gods cannot use the tools of creation, she wants Vic to use it for her to right a quote unquote terrible wrong from her past. Vic agrees without a second thought. Episode 53. All right, you guys wake up. Your sleep schedules, or maybe some of you didn't sleep because your sleep schedules were thrown off through your tiny hut adventures. And you all gather the next morning for breakfast before heading out to the autumn.
Yeah.
Oh. Did anyone else sleep well?
I did, thank you very much.
I had
Thank
some
you.
very delightful dreams of Leif. I miss him so much.
Yeah, how's he doing? Do we know where he went?
He just said he
I'm talking about Leif, not Leif. I'm talking about my love, Leif, back home.
oh
Oh.
I didn't know you was taken.
Oh, I guess you weren't there. I guess I feel like I would have talked to you about Leif. He's my partner.
Honestly, I thought you meant Leaf, and I thought that's not right, and I kind of disregarded it.
You guys have heard rumors that Oliver is dating a tree.
It's not rumors. I would have absolutely boasted and sung from the rooftops about my love, Leif. He also has been to Hive before. He was there at the end of our last campaign. We had some party. He showed up and said hello. So I think maybe people don't remember. But anyway, I had a lovely dream about Leif. And we were walking along the tree branches, and well, he was walking on the floor, but I was on the tree branches, and it was a beautiful, beautiful sunrise in the morning. It was lovely.
That sounds lovely.
that sounds beautiful.
That's
and
romantic.
I accidentally like brush my hand next to Sprouts.
Oh.
Music cue.
You know what? Let's get to some breakfast, you guys.
That was beautiful. It cuts in and out.
Yeah.
I heard what you said.
Okay, you guys are planning on going to the autumn today. Why don't you get a clear picture of what you want to do there?
Yeah, quick meta. We were planning on going to the Autumn Kingdom to
Research the mysterious.
I wrote that letter. Well, I'll just tell you. Why not?
Yeah.
So I haven't heard back yet. But I wrote the council, the High Council, a letter asking and requesting if they could send some scribes to the deepest, darkest recesses of their libraries and see if they can dig up anything on that weird like terrain we were on, or what do you call it? Like not a portal, but a plane, whatever plane we ended up on. And also requesting any information on like the tall ones, just on as ancient magic arcane as possible. And that's all we got
Alright.
so far.
Okay,
all right.
that's a good plan.
Oliver,
I
do you
know-
know how to, like, if we don't get what we're looking for, do you know when someone has exhausted a library and we should just move on, or like if someone's looked something up wrong?
Say that again?
I guess I'm just so used to using the library for music and history, but that's all relatively easy. I'm just a little nervous to go and have the fate of the world resting on our 4 little shoulders. Well,
Oh, well, that's why I think going to the Autumn City is the best plan. I mean, they know everything there. Someone will be able to help us at some point. And I've got my trusty rats to help us find our book.
sounds good to me.
She does have those rodents.
Who?
He does have those rodents.
That's right. Shall we go now?
I wanna
Oh,
just leave-
hey,
I wanna
you guys are
leave,
here. Oh wow, everyone is here. Well, how's it going? Where's the little plant freak?
In the ground, I think. In another
He-
place.
He elected to stay
Leave.
behind. He wanted to stay behind in Universalia. To do
He's
what?
selling
I don't
telefans.
know.
No, he's got a big
All right,
old. He's got
listen
a
to me.
telefan enterprise happening.
Without him here, I just want to ask y'all: do any of y'all get the impression that he is a serial killer?
No, not even a
Alright.
little bit.
Really?
No,
Oh
Alright.
no, I would never.
no.
never-
Alright, I
Honestly,
just
he's
wondered-
of the earth, of the ground. I feel like he's probably well in tune.
It's just on account of everything he says being so damn creepy and murderish.
I think that's a little prejudice.
Well,
I think he has a lot of love and passion for the people, his friends, and the people he cares about the most. And I think it's really wonderful of him.
all right. Well, you don't seem to know where he went.
You
I
could
hope
say
he-
his love is evergreen.
I hope he's alive.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's he's quite wick. If you saw Secret Garden at my garden party, you would understand that reference.
I understand it because I know of a song that has to do with that from a musical adaptation that I love of The Secret Garden.
Oh, okay. It's called It's Quite Wick.
It literally it's called Wick. The song's called Wick.
Wick. When a thing is weak.
I would like to, before we take off, I just feel this kind of impetus with, I don't even know, like if Oliver, if you want to join or not, but I just want to leave a note for Inara that just says, going to a library thinking of you.
Going to the biggest library in the realms. See
Well,
you
she's
soon.
been there, right? You've been, Inara was there. Yeah. But
That's
I
probably
don't
her
know. I just
favorite
want to
library.
I just want to be like going to a library thinking of you. If you need anything, send a speed raven and I'll bring something back.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh my
idea.
god, cute.
Oliver puts his little foot stamp on it.
Yeah.
Cute. What is that from where there's little inky bird
I know he
footprints?
fully can write, like he can use his feathered hand to write, but I like the idea that he uses his foot to sign things.
That's his signature. Yeah.
I'm Googling this.
Hey, y'all, I've been thinking something. It's getting difficult. I don't like calling you the B team. It feels, I don't know, demeaning. So I'm thinking, what if we find some sort of nickname for you guys and the other guys, you know, like Team Green and Team Blue, or like Team Dagger and Team Spear, or something like that. So we have something we can call ourselves, and I can delineate my two best groups of adventurers. What do you think?
Oh, I love that. Let's
Yeah.
well, we could be A. We could be the A team.
I feel like that's contradictory to what I just said.
Okay. What about team number 1?
All right. What about the rest of y'all? Anyone?
The primaries?
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
you know,
I like that as
all
well.
right.
Firstborns.
Ooh.
All right.
Interesting.
How about the best ones?
I feel like
Yeah.
revealing
What about the only children?
this is revealing a dark-seated underbelly to this jealousy that I had not previous. This is what
What about Renlock's top favorites?
Oh, what
Well-
about we top Redlock?
I'm gonna name y'all Team Octopus, and they're gonna be
No,
Team Dragon.
I don't like.
They'll
no.
be Team Phoenix Hawk, and you'll be Team.
We can
Pig.
keep workshopping it.
All right, we'll keep workshopping.
Gridlock, do you have any it's my first time going to the Autumn City. Do you have any
Mine too.
do you have any yeah, I had to think about it. I think it's my first time. Do you have any special places that you think we should see, like a site visit or something?
Well, I think you should have your little lady there show you the Bardic School, because it's one of the prettiest places I ever seen. But also, if you're going there, why don't you try to put in a good word with me with Godslayer Cirilla and see if she's using a telefan, which I suspect she is. And if she is using a telefan, tell her I would love for her to endorse my product.
Okay. Sure. Do you want
And
any
you like
you know
shove-
what a
you like shove-
Godslayer?
You
know
like
the
shove
Godslayer-
some brochures like in my bag of like Taliban brochures.
Yeah, give her. I want you to give her the new model too. By the way, tell her it allows group telefans. This is a big. All right, here it goes. Sticking it in there, and all right. Oh, and be back. We got a big celebration today. It starts in about 4 or 5 hours. So like, it's quick quick rattle over to Autumn, but come back. We're celebrating the first year for the primaries. I mean, sorry, for the alphas. I mean, for the
For us, I don't think we have a party
no,
tonight.
not for you. For the other two. They've been here longer. You know, they're the big dogs on campus, and I think you guys are gonna best them in some of the events today. So,
Oh, well, that's
So-
exciting.
yeah, I think there's a real space for you. You know,
What about
you guys are starting to carve yourself your own name here in this.
what about the Masons?
But that's like stonemasonry, right?
Oh, we're carving out a space in the intergalactic portal realm for our little
Ooh,
players.
The architects.
Oh, okay.
The
All right, well, I'm gonna
chiselers.
So I think this is the world we want to be in. These are good ideas, but I feel like they're not quite us yet.
What about Primero Posta?
This is getting further from useful information. I'm going to release you
Okay.
to the Autumn Kingdom
All right.
now.
What about the freshly released?
I'm going to release you, and you're released. Up you go.
I wanna believe that as we're walking like down the hallway to like the portal room, you just hear Vic pitching more ideas.
Yeah, fully. What about two overly large characters and two incredibly small? What is that?
A little
What
low.
about
Oh.
mismatched buttons? That's a good one.
We can be Team Biggie Smalls.
Ooh, that's cute.
Fade, camera fade.
Wait, I love Team Biggie
Okay,
Smalls.
but I actually don't hate Team Biggie Smalls. That's really funny.
That is really funny.
Biggie Smalls.
Because
then
we
we
have,
They can
right?
pick whatever they want
Because-
to pick.
We have to have a
Vic-
Biggie Smalls theme song every time we walk into.
Oh, well,
Biggie
No, but
Smalls.
like actually Biggie Smalls.
Is
oh, I'm
Biggie Smalls
really
all of you?
upset.
It is kind of all of you. You're right. It's two biggies and two smalls.
Yeah,
Three
well,
smalls.
and three smalls with Leaf, yeah.
Oh, and three smalls, right. Biggie Small.
They're like
Mm.
super small and then two super big.
That is funny. Okay. Anyway, so we go to the portal and we go through to Autumn. Wait, but before we
That's
do,
true. We can't put that on merch.
we grab 2 health potions each.
Always 2 health potions available before you go out on a mission. All right. You guys are stocked and ready to go. Of course, you're just heading to Autumn. You don't expect anything. And through the portal you go. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. It was really good vision work. and-
Kotobuki said that we can't use Biggie Smalls because of copyright. And so I played our game of switching the letters. And when you switch the letters, it's Smiggy Balls.
I don't really want to be in Smiggy Balls.
I don't
If
either.
you end up calling yourself Smiggy Balls,
I don't
out.
think we will. I don't think we will.
I
I'm
think.
out.
All right.
All right, you guys head through the portal. For those who haven't been to Autumn before, walking
Just
through the
me.
portal and arriving into this beautiful kingdom. Of course, the Autumn is all the lovely colors of the rainbow. Let's go to the map for Autumn if we're looking at roll 20.
Wait, all the colors of the rainbow? Is this gay stuff?
Mostly the autumn colors, but you know, here we go. Okay, so we come through the portal and we are in the land of Mithrandain.
Gorgeous.
It's right by the kingdom, the capital, not the kingdom. The beautiful, elegant, but strong curvature and architecture of Autumn are impressive to witness for those who haven't made it here before. The city has a jovial atmosphere with a bustling street life and well-structured districts. Most visitors never stray too far from the town's entrance, where most of the livelier bars and tourist attractions can be found. You guys are walking through. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling like it's crisper weather, which is nice because I run pretty hot. If you ever want to campaign with me, you want to sleep in my tent. It's like a furnace.
There's a lot of people looking up at the giant who stands at 10.5 feet tall, did we say?
I think giant's a bit of a misnomer. They wouldn't like to hear that.
You hear, oh my God, it's a giant!
Hello. I'm proportionate.
You hear a child scream.
Well,
Alright.
I've got little suckers in the shape of chimbley sweet brooms, and I'm handing them out indiscriminately to young and old alike.
Why do
Uh,
you say Chimbley?
Because that's what it is, a chimbley sweep.
Is that your accent? Because for a second I was like, is it actually pronounced
Ask-
Chimbley?
Ask as Oliver.
Why do you say Chimbley? Is that how you say it from where you come from?
Say what, a chimbley?
Instead of a chimney sweep, you say
What you saying?
chimney sweep.
A chimney sweep?
Like you got you got your chimney that goes above your fireplace.
That's a chimbley, my love.
You say chimbley with a B.
Yeah, chimbley.
Okay. And like you just see
Chim
Oliver
Baroo.
like scratching out things in his notebook and writing over it.
Yeah, we've got chimbley brooms, chimbley sweep. It's from the chimbleys themselves, little soot demons run amok. You don't have chimbleys?
Where are you from?
Fromden Town.
What town?
I'm from Fromden Town. Great
Fromden.
old town of Fromden.
Like FRON.
Fromdon. Fromden.
Fromden Town is
Fromden.
connected to your world at this point. It was opened up when Universalia was opened up about 6 months ago. It's connected to Arjan.
Yes,
No, it must have been opened earlier because we met Vic a while ago.
No, in Argent. It was.
met Vic
I've
in
been.
Argent.
I lived in
Is
Argent.
Arjan only 6 months ago in our timeline?
No, well, Arjan has been open for 3 years or something. But
right,
Vic-
when Oliver and I went to Arjan and met Vic, is that only 6 months ago in our timeline?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in Argent for.
So I guess it's probably been about a year that the portal's been open.
Yeah, that's about as long as I was in Argent.
Oh,
Thank you.
I learned something new today. Thank you for telling me.
As Oliver is walking out, he's like, when he first walks through the portal, he's like so mesmerized by like all the colors, but then it's hit with such nostalgia because some of the fall colors remind him of his home. And all the trees kind of like, are like miniature versions of the trees from his home.
It's a huge
Beautiful.
forest continent. It's all trees. So it does feel kind of like Macroon in that respect.
Shockingly, this
I
is
do
more
have-
nature than I think I've ever seen, except for in Bellevue.
I've got to ask, is nobody else freaked out that we almost just, died and then went into some blood portal? Are we not going to touch on that? Is that just a thing that we're just okay with?
Wait, what do you mean? Where did we almost die?
Well, in that last place we were at, these just appeared out of nowhere.
I also bought some food from a street vendor.
I'm jealous.
Um,
Together.
we've been. I guess this is not my first time with a brush with death. So while I am happy we left and I was scared there, I'm more interested in finding out why that place is the way it is and what the reason it's there for and why is it connected to the Transylvania area. So that's what I'm more focused on right now as opposed to being scared.
And
Something I've learned, Sprout, is whenever you're scared, or if something happens to you that makes you scared, giving yourself a task to focus on that might help make it better usually helps you from being scared.
But also just a gentle out of character reminder that none of you saw anything. He reached out towards that orb and then was like, we're gonna dive. So all you have is his panic to go from. Because you don't know what he saw.
Listen, I'd like to I'm gonna put just this part of my arm over Sprout so as not to overwhelm him with the weight of it. Sprout, listen, I know when you don't have a particular lodestone. Let's hang back for a second. I'm gonna kind of like go back to the end of the group a little bit. I know if you don't have a particular lodestone always guiding you towards the great chimbley in the sky, it can be quite scary to find yourself in a poisonous, treacherous desert with an ominous warning sent directly to you from an unknown god. That's something I can picture. But you know who's always here for you? Gary Muffins. If you ever need a helping hand, or you'd like to ride a carousel of horses that weren't real about 10 minutes ago, or perhaps you'd like to float to the surface of the ceiling, enjoy, FFS enjoy, she can help you with that. No need to fear, Perry's here. You can always speak to me about your fears.
And then you just hand me a pamphlet.
And I give you a chimbley sucker. They're like pointy and like hard
It's
kind of to
instead
get your
of the
mouth
sucker
around.
instead of the sucker being this way, it's just flat this
It
way.
is. Yes, it's a chimbley. It's a broom. It's a chimbley broom. And you have to kind of eat them like.
And as you're doing that, some little chalk beings burst out of the ground. They're little geese, and they're in little tuxedos.
Good
And
day.
they
Good
start
day.
singing. They start singing Perry Maupin's praise, and do a little dance with Vic. Which we're not in studio, so we can't do. But as you know, these are Vic's propaganders. So Vic's a big fan of propagander, and he has his little propaganders. Anyone? Oh,
Yes.
Okay. You get it though?
Yes.
Okay. Propaganda joke, and I
Yes,
thought,
we got it. Thank
did
you.
you, did
It
you
wasn't
get
that
it?
funny, but
I didn't actually hand. I didn't have to hand him a pamphlet. It's in a little tube on one of the gander's necks, and it unfurls right in front of him. He says, "Here's my propaganda. Take a propaganda at this."
Okay.
There you go.
Walking through this autumn.
That was a good joke, Michelle.
Well, as I
this
asked,
Thank
actually,
you.
as we're doing that, I also want to go. Yeah, how did Perry find you, or I guess how did you come to Perry?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that question. I get it all the time, and I answer best as I can, which is, she helped me, so that I might help others.
All right.
Let's go.
You
Yeah,
I got nothing.
I am very never mind.
okay,
they're
you
behind
guys-
us. She said they hung back, so I don't know if you and I are hearing this.
Oh, I was gonna do this earlier. Oliver, I don't know if you have any specific songs in your culture dedicated to nature specifically, but I am of the unpopular opinion, as told to me numerous times by my professors, that there are more than just the 4 elements out there, and I aim to find them at some point. Because have you ever had those days sitting in the trees, listening to the wind, and hearing just music that no one else can hear?
I'm kind of confused. You're saying you hear music and you think that that's a different element,
I just feel
as like water or fire?
I think there might be, who's to say that, there isn't like shade, light, or moon, and something, life, something that sings beyond fire, water, air. I just
I
feel
mean,
it.
that sounds like you're describing magic, though.
Well, yes, I just think that I don't know why I think this way, but I just feel like it exists. And I just want to, I know if I could find the right songs to play the 4 undiscovered elements, then I don't know, I could convince the world that everything is larger than we thought, and that magic is more infinitesimal than we thought. And I don't know, maybe that would give us hope for something.
Well, that sounds really exciting. I mean, when we go to this library, should you look and see if there's like, I don't know, I know you said you looked at sheet music, but maybe there's some history books that talk about it a little bit or something.
I've never looked at the history books. I've only looked at the sheet music.
Well, maybe there's a story where somebody from some other place found a way to play those elements, and then maybe we can go there and try to find it.
I want to play like some tune that I think would make Oliver happy as we walk to the
As
Little
you're doing
shoulder
that,
Yeah.
you start to hear some laughter coming from all around in a lot of directions. And you realize that there's a mime walking next to you who's emulating your playing.
Wait, he's a mime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
hello. Oh, you are interesting.
I cry.
Are you sad?
Oh, I wipe your tears and put them on the ground for Perry to create a new sensation. Oh, no. Okay.
He looks at someone else.
You feel
Heart.
your heart. You
You
see,
you
No.
cry.
cry, tear,
You're a mole. Oh, you're
you
tear.
tear. Two
Two
syllables.
words.
Second.
Oh,
word,
two syllables.
Smile.
Smile. Grin.
Happy.
Grin.
Grin.
Tear grin. Tear grin.
Tear grin.
That's your
Teargrin,
name?
Your name
Your
is
name.
Teargrin.
Oh, it's so nice
That's
to meet you,
cute.
Oh,
Teargrin.
hello. Where'd you come from?
Do you start talking now that we guessed you're
Oh,
I guess that's a no.
trapped in a
box?
box?
You came from a box.
He starts doing a little fuzzy stuff, and give me, Linda, give me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw?
That
Mhm.
Oliver?
Okay. I feel like I have. Where did it go? Did it roll? I don't think it rolled.
I don't know. I'm not looking at the website.
I don't see it.
Yeah, same. Neither do I.
You want me to roll for you?
You can just roll it in D&D Beyond, and you know what I mean? Like on the bottom left-hand corner, you can just roll the different die, and then you can just tell us what you got.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that, B. Oh, you are like so good with this fucking D&D Beyond thing.
You're
You're
so
literally teaching me something every week. Okay. That is a 3.
Yes.
Linda, you suddenly feel like you're trapped in an invisible box.
Linda, what's wrong? Linda, just what do you mean?
And I'm like trying to like.
He's
pull
doing
her
it, and the
arm.
audience is laughing, and he's doing it back to kind of mirror her.
Linda, if you need help, look at me and nod.
I approach Linda and can I
He looks to you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Hmm. 11.
You approach Linda, but it appears as though a giant wind is blowing you back, and you're just slowly walking towards her without
Oh.
moving, while Linda is being boxed in by a box. And the mime is now having fun with both of you. The audience is loving this, and they are
Where,
starting to toss coins at him.
wait, where'd this audience come from? Where are what?
We're
You
on
guys
a
are
movie.
in the
It's
en-
people like
you're
watching.
you're in the entrance to the Autumn Capital. So this is the most popular place in the whole area. This is where all the tourism is happening and where a lot of shenanigans go down.
Got it.
I'm going to just try to pick Linda up with one arm and Sprout up with the other arm.
All right.
And I'm going to channel my divinity as well. So I'm taking out the chimbley of Perry and I'm swinging it, and I go to pick. It means that I have a temporary hit points, and anyone within my sphere of 30 feet cannot be. You end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened. So end a charm or a frightened effect.
Okay, it's not charm or fright.
Well,
But
so I do it anyway, and then I go to pick each of them up.
Okay, when you try to pick them up, go ahead and nothing is preventing you from picking them up. However, the rest of you are stuck in your circumstances. When she moves you, you understand that you're being moved, but you're still in a box. And Emerson, when you land, the wind will still be picking up you. At least, I mean, so what do? He's watching you guys. You just want to walk off with them, Mars?
Yeah.
So you guys are walking off, and he does a lasso, and he throws it at Oliver. Oliver, give me a wisdom saving throw.
My God.
Jeez. Okay, sorry. 1 second. You said that and I refreshed my D&D Beyond, so sorry. Okay.
Who knew that mimes were so powerful?
Mime is a terrible thing to waste.
got a I got a 17.
Okay, you feel the resistance of a real rope come around your body, and then you remind yourself that there's nothing there, and it just breaks free. And he goes, and
Hey,
applauds him.
What's his name again? Teargrin?
Yeah.
And I kind of look around at the audience and, hey, Teargrin, I really, as a fellow performer, I come from a long line of performing athletes. I appreciate your art form. You are incredibly talented. You know exactly what you're doing. But me and my friends here are on a very important mission today. We have to go to the library and research a very scary place that we almost died in. So we want to make sure that other people don't go there and die. So we need to make sure that we research it and figure it out. So if you could just let my friends go so we'd be on our way, we would greatly appreciate it.
He starts hitting an invisible drum, but you do hear the drum beats. And then he starts marching. And Linda and Sprout, both of you quickly begin to march behind him towards the library.
Persuade? I can't roll persuasion.
I mean, he's going with you. He's doing what you asked in a way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just going to be like, okay, I'll march you over to the library. You got it. But he's, finishing up his show. After you guys get free of the people and he collects some coin, he frees you. And he looks to Oliver, and he pulls up a red coin. It's not quite like anything you've seen before, and he hands it to you.
oh, well, thank you so much. What a nice thing to give a gift. Okay.
And he turns and leaves.
Okay, is everyone snapped back?
Yeah.
Okay, I just
That's swear off pretty much as soon as he
I hated that.
I message everybody about I stick it in my robe in a hidden pouch, a little pocket, but I telepathically tell the group that what just happened, that he gave me a red coin and told me to be quiet.
As you guys are approaching the library, you are caught off guard by a loud, piercing laugh. Oh, I thought I felt the ground shaking. If it isn't Lind Orc, fresh from the swamp. The loud, piercing laughter turns into a gaggle of piercing, shrill laugh as Lauren steps out in her designer sunglasses and an outfit that's been enchanted to slowly evolve throughout the day into 5 different outfits. Currently, it's a plaid print pinafore dress, and you can see hints of color emerging that will probably turn into a nightgown. Hey, dork. Have you found out about those other 4 elements yet? Oh, don't you girls remember? Linda based her entire graduation thesis on the stupidest idea I'd ever heard, that there were more than 4 bardic elements. Maybe she thinks it's earth, air, fire, water, and food. I'm guessing you gave that all up. You're a full-time delivery girl. Hey,
I don't know why you're being so mean.
Why are you saying such mean things about my friend Linda?
Linda, Who are you hanging out with? Who's the old man and who's the owl? Oh, this
Well,
is really cute,
I would be
Linda.
happy to introduce myself. Hello. And I walk up to her and I like very cordially extend a feathered arm to shake. Hello, my name
Oliver,
is
be careful.
Oliver. It's very nice
She-
to meet you. And
she-
I'm here to tell you all about myself. And this is my lovely friend Sprout. Now, if
Hello?
you'd like to know about us, you can ask away. But I come from Macroon. And I start like rambling on
She goes,
about
and she cuts you off. She says, "Why are you talking to me? You're poor."
busy. Oh, actually, I'm
And
not poor. If you want to see our headquarters, oh, they're amazing.
Linda, you've
So,
gotten
and I
more
pull out all these
pathetic
brochures.
than even imagined. All right, you've gotten even worse than you were in school. Your parents must be so embarrassed of you.
Greg, can you take a look at your DMs in the Zoom?
My DMs in the Zoom. What, you better not be up to trouble, Mars Parker.
I'm asking you a
No one's gonna have
question.
any problem with what Rachel is doing,
Lauren?
what Lauren is doing. Okay, hold on. Ooh, it's a fail.
Lauren, is it?
Wow. Is this your new security guard? I thought Linda was overweight. Jeez.
Why are you so mean to Linda?
Well, because Linda doesn't come from families like the rest of us come from. Linda was always an outsider, and she always thought she was better than us.
And do you think she is better than you?
I don't know. Ask her yourself. She's been mighty quiet.
You don't want to answer my question? Do you think Linda's better than you?
I want to cast Druidcraft onto Lauren, and I want because I can create a tiny harmless sensory effect. And I want to manifest like a green fart coming from Lauren.
Her friends, she doesn't notice, but her friends start to giggle.
Are you
Okay,
going to
that's
answer my
it.
question, Lauren? Are you afraid to answer?
Am I better than Linda? Yeah, I'm better than Linda in every measurable way.
Wow, you really are foul.
Mhm. Foul, funny, coming from a filthy giant. When's the last time you took a bath?
When's the last time you cried yourself to sleep?
I don't cry. And I don't sleep.
Oh, weird.
She does that to her friends and they love that. They laugh.
Well, you smell like a fart.
That's crazy. It's just
Good one,
truly
old
All right,
evil.
all right, all right, all
Oh,
right, all right,
wow.
everybody. Lauren, it's good to see you. We're here on business. My friends and I will not bother you anymore. We have a place to be, and I'm sure
Actually,
you have a
Linda,
place to be.
don't you do like deliveries now? I want to hire you. I want to hire you to
That would
deliver
be
my
great.
stuff.
If you would like to hire the services of the company that I work for, you can contact Renlock Renier in Prion, but we really are short on time and we have.
I think I'm going to request you specifically. I'm going to call Renlock and I'm going to request that you come help me move. I think that's a great idea, don't you?
Yeah, whatever.
You hear another voice. Now, Lauren, surely you have a better way to spend your time than harassing musicians or as being a Nepo baby so long doomed you to cliche villain tropes. The strikingly handsome and youthful head of the Council of Shadows steps forward, meeting Lauren's gaze directly with the smugness of his own. Her face narrows. Actually, we were just leaving. She looks to Linda. It smells terrible. And she looks back to Thomas. And I don't like talking to thieves. She turns around and walks off with her friends.
I put her in a zone of truth, thinking that some deeply hidden insecurities and fears about finding or being loved would come to light, but I think she is truly a bitch.
Is that what you did? Is that what you
Yes.
did?
Yes. I definitely, most of the time, they're more than willing to just start crying when they think about the reality of the situation. But that is a foul woman. Wow.
Yeah, I
Very
don't like
mean.
her.
She's quite unique. Yeah. She
Very
used to be her
unfortunate.
father. He's even.
Wow.
Hello, my name is
The-
Thomas. Linda, nice to see you again. I'm really sorry you had to deal with her. But I've been sent by Godslayer Cirilla herself to meet you all and to escort you to the library. She did get your request, Linda, and she's very interested in meeting with you.
Did she get my note? I included a note in the very bottom for her. Did she read that part?
She did, Oliver, and she also told me she was really excited to meet you too. Can you give me an insight check, Bianca?
Oh no. I want it to fail. I want him to believe. Hold on. It's 16.
Oof, against his deception, I'm gonna give it a contest and have him roll. Yeah, he has a 21 on deception, so
So I fully believe him.
you fully believe him.
Okay, good. I want Oliver to fully believe him.
Listen, Godslayer Cirilla is at a peace summit in Knox Fuse for the next 3 days. She would request that you guys come back to meet her. But in the meanwhile, you have full access to the library. I'm here to escort you myself in case anything goes wrong. I'm also happy to help you in any way that the city can offer.
Thomas, I was hoping that in sending the can you hold it for just 1 second, actually?
Yeah.
I just kind of step back for a second and I want to gather you three. I'm sorry, I'm a little shaken from that. That was hard.
That is a foul presence. Honestly, I think she might be like a white. Something
Why is she so
horrible.
mean? Is she actually maybe like a monster? Like, you
That's
know,
what I'm saying. She's a white
Yeah, she
something.
seems to be really awful. And
Yeah.
I take a hold of Linda's hand.
I absolutely, yeah, I grab it. I just want to say, and I just want to say it's really great to be with you guys. Thank you so much for being my
Oh, Linda.
Of course.
Oh, Linda.
yes.
We love you
Oh.
too.
no, we
Um,
never talked to you that way. That was uncalled for.
And you should know that you really are. You're beautiful.
That's right. You are.
She fully
Yeah.
just like wipes a small tear, forming. Deep breath.
I think it would be a little shocking to all of you because you've all seen Linda be very assertive. You saw her in Universalia become this bombshell. But here she is in her hometown, and you see her crumble and begin in a way you've never seen before.
I take a deep breath and I just turn around. Thomas, thank you so much for that. I have a question about was it possible, and if not, that's fine. Was it possible to send a scribe or two ahead to maybe pull some books to get us started?
Yes. What is it that you guys are looking for? This continent, about the desert continent?
If that's the hard thing, is that we're looking for something we can't really describe, and so all we can think to do is just look in arcane texts to just try and find anything that comes to mind.
I think the best bet we have is for you guys to think of some truly unique things that we can look up. If there's anything specific, or
There was
if
a
you have
hand.
a hand.
A big giant hand, and in the middle of the hand there was an orb, and it was large, and I touched it, and then I saw this black figure cloaked, and it didn't have a face. It was like staring into a void, and it said that if we stayed there we would die.
Thomas,
And there
do we have any
And-
drawings of the tall ones that Sprout could see?
Oh, we have books of the tall ones, sure.
I have my rats, my helpful rats too. They can find anything in a library.
Well, let's start there. He
Well,
is
maybe if we find those books, you can spot. Oh, wait, what if we got like some old architecture and looked up some old statues or something?
Yeah, yeah, and let's not forget that there was also that large, like, boulder that was standing precariously on top of a point.
And some
I
city
feel like
what? I'm sorry. What was that, Oliver?
and some city in the distance.
A city. You didn't tell me about the city. There was a city?
Oh, well, yeah, so I was flying above everyone while they were walking on the path, and in the distance I saw, yeah, city lights, like a city in the distance. But then it sort of like disappeared, like in a weird haze or something, and then was gone. But I know I saw it. I'm sure it's there.
We can look up disappearing cities. That's not bad.
Okay.
Is there anything else that was unique about it that you guys can think of?
there was
the
a
sand. Oh, yes, go ahead, Vic.
there was a path that we could walk down to not disturb the celestial symbols written in the sand. Some sort of abstract. Is that what you going to say, Linda?
In the city.
Yeah, exactly. Just there was some pattern to the sand, and we couldn't make it out, but it was uniform and perfect and exact.
And what was the plant life like?
None.
None.
Nothing.
None?
It was a desert.
Guys also know that the tulip port immediately disintegrated.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
desert locked in eternal night, and it didn't seem like anything organic could grow there.
No life.
No life. Unless, of course, there's something underneath, but we didn't observe as such. Oh,
killed-
wait, what's it? They're birds?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
I'm misremembering.
You're thinking of the other strange continent that you guys went to.
Oh, yeah, it gets muddled in here.
I was gonna say I was flying it there, and I didn't see anybody else flying around.
Maybe it was you I was thinking of. Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Is-
Well,
is
let's
there
look.
I wonder if there's like if there's a famous like city of the dead.
A city of the dead.
Uh,
Now that's something we can look up. Come on. All right. You guys have found a few different monikers that you could look up. Some of you want to check out books on the tall ones. You do. These ones are easy to find. There's plenty on the tall ones. However, even just describing them, this cape, this robe, was not 20 feet tall. It was the size of a normal mortal. So it doesn't seem like a total fit to the.
It doesn't seem right.
Hold on,
It was something different.
I'm putting this in like a fake note.
Or it doesn't mean it's something different, because you guys don't know much about the tall ones, and maybe they aren't all tall. But I will say that it's very different.
And then you
Oh,
guys
shit.
wanna look up a thing of statues for the hand.
Good.
Okay.
Yep.
It's difficult. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll. Whoever wants to be in charge of the group. I guess B, since you have your rats going.
Oh, okay. Am I doing? What'd you say? Intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Please hold. I got a 7.
It's hard to find anything on such a obscure reference. You find a
I
100.
cast Alana's library rat? Shouldn't I cast that?
So what is happening here is we're kind of rolling for reality and not finding it. So like,
Oh.
this means is there's a 100 references to stone hands in various locations.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the
It's
one
not
we need.
it's not specific enough. So you want to, but looking at the land of the dead, that is a very specific thing to check out. If you want to go in that direction, go ahead and Jason, why don't you give me an intelligence roll? Unless
Okay.
Bianca's feeling like Neil wants to redeem.
No, Jay can do it.
All right, I'll try. Try.
Just try.
Oh, that's a 15.
I could see that on my end.
Ah, it's
I
working.
saw that roll.
You could.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
dice.
Wait, let me see if I'm gonna roll too. Sorry, keep going, Greg.
All right, you are looking up stuff about the land of the dead, and you find references to a local who claimed that she was there. She wrote about it in a journal that is in this library.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm just gonna take notes. Say that one more time.
You look up claims of the land of the dead, and there was a woman who lived in the Autumn capital who is no longer alive, who claimed that she went to the land, what she called the land of the dead. She claimed to have lived there for multiple years. You take out this article and you start reading into it. All right. Here's what happens in the story. After experimenting with a new teleportation spell, this woman, her friend, and her boyfriend were sent to a strange desert world. Her friend and her boyfriend said they saw a vacant world where the sky was black and empty and the ocean was still and silent. But she saw something completely different. She saw a beautiful city in the distance and 2 enormous moons in the sky. To her, the ocean sang a peaceful hum. The trio walked together into the desert. Soon, however, the other 2 began acting strange. They said they were seeing things, ominous warnings of death. She insisted they travel towards the city that she could see, but chaos overtook the group, and then something she could not see tore her friends to shreds in front of her eyes. Alone and traumatized, this woman ran towards the city. Along the way, she saw an enormous tower of light and an enormous tower of darkness. Each were the size of mountains. She describes a lake of light and an island of glowing gems, and she tells of her journey through a never-ending field of rainbow-colored flowers. She then describes reaching the city of Umbralst. That is Umbralst. She speaks of living in Umbralst among the citizens for years, as if it were a dream. She learned that outsiders who could not see the moons would be devoured by the lands, but for whatever reason, she was able to stay there. She describes falling in love with another young man and considering starting a family until one day when she awakens back on her home continent in autumn with no explanation. She had been missing for years. No one knew what had happened to her, and she spent the rest of her life looking for a way back. But she passed a few years ago without ever finding it.
That's devastating. Jeez. Could you imagine? You fall in love with somebody and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're back in this other world? That's terrible.
Also, after your last boyfriend got ripped up in front of you by
I
someone
know.
unseen,
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
I hope she had some
Honestly.
therapy.
Oh my, what a story. Oh my, I've never heard of this city before. Have any of you all?
No.
No.
Boy, but I don't remember seeing any moons. Did anyone else see moons when they were there?
I didn't see
I
any
don't believe
moons.
so.
I don't think so.
Well, then it's a good idea that we left because I think we would have ended up like her friends.
Well,
who-
That's what it
Oliver,
felt like was going to happen.
you saw the city? Did you see the moons?
No, I didn't see the moons, right?
You didn't. You saw the city for a bit and it vanished.
Yeah.
No, I only saw the city. I didn't see them. I didn't notice any moons in the sky.
Well, perhaps we should take this information with us, at least back to Renlocks, so that if anybody else ends up in this plane, if it looks unlike the way we discovered it to look, then at least they'll know that they're safe and everyone else should stay away.
Yeah, this is quite intimidating. I'd really like to talk to the other heroes about this and get their input on it.
So would I.
That's very timely because you guys are expected to show back up at that event that's being thrown for them right now.
But first,
Oh, right.
but first, we're gonna meet the Godslayer Cirilla, right?
Oh no, Siri's gone. Did you not? Oliver, Siri's gone for 3 days. She'll be back in 3 days, and then she wants to meet. Hey, she said this to me. She said, and then I gotta meet that Oliver. That's
She
what she.
really say that.
Yeah, she said she just can tell that you're going to be a famous writer and she wants to know and be a part of your journey.
I'm
His eyes well up, and he get his feathers on his cheeks get really pink.
That's adorable.
Oh my, I look very much forward to meeting Godslayer Cyrilla.
I just rolled an insight check and I got an 18 just to see if Thomas is being sincere.
I rolled a perception for that.
Both of you.
Thomas once again gets to a deception of 21. So
Whoa, Thomas. Come on.
he is the head of the Council of Shadows.
Oh, so
He's a thief. He's like he's got crazy deception and stuff.
yeah.
So you all believe the charming Thomas. Okay. Is there anything else we want to do here before heading back to the festival?
You're like, we're here. Sprout, can you think of, is there anything that we can think of?
Did Inara respond? Did we get a raven from Inara asking for anything?
You got a flock.
So many birds.
Yeah, you got like 72
We got a
birds.
murder. A murder of
A
crows.
murder of crows.
It's like one continual thought sentence that never stops. It's like, so okay, first what I need from you guys is actually, I mean, she's right there, but it looks like she's frozen.
Is she
frozen
back?
for you?
Oh, now she's back. She was frozen. Can you hear us, Michelle? Uh-oh.
I still see her frozen.
Yeah, I see her moving.
I see her moving and I see
Why
her
do you
eyes
guys-
growing big, but I don't think
She
she's here.
was frozen. Let's say that my all my rats are out getting getting as many books as we can.
Yeah, Thomas is
Uh-oh.
watching you guys like fill up a wheelbarrow, and he's like, "All right, all right."
Are there
Those
any?
are expensive, so those are expensive. Please, all right, that's cool. No, you can do that.
Are there any good recipes for a puff pastry pies? You know, of like a meat. It seems like a place that would have recipes for good meat pies.
Oh,
Very good meat pies in the Autumn Kingdom.
Right. I want to look.
But you
for
don't need even.
recipes.
You can grab a recipe, but you can also get one from a vendor on the way home.
Oh, sure, but you wouldn't be able to create it back in your home.
There, you did pass some vendors on the way. One was a girl who was calling herself Tuna Tina, and she was trying to give out samples.
I take a sample.
She says.
Oh, we lost Michelle.
You know what? Actually, we're at time for our break anyway, so let's go ahead and go.
Wait, can
over
I say
to-
something really fast before we go on break?
Oh, okay. Sure.
I just want to say one thing. I want to say that Oliver found a little not a bookshop, a book writing shop. There's like journals and just
Oh yeah, like a
paper
script
and
shop, like a
Stationery.
scroll,
script shop. Yeah, a stationery shop.
Yeah.
Stationery.
I want to say he goes in there and he picks up like a magic like quill that when he writes in this book, he can pick another book back at the hive. It's like the cloud. He can pick another book back
Ooh.
at the hive where it's writing also in that other book, so that way he has a backup just in case.
I think that's
so
cool.
smart.
It's pretty.
Totally.
It's like it's a pretty teal like feather on it,
Oh,
It's
right? It's black.
really,
Yeah.
really, really, really expensive, Oliver.
Are you
and
not
more than
gonna
you'd
let
ever
me have
spend normally,
this?
but you've been making. Oh, I'm totally gonna let you have it.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's really, really, really expensive, and Oliver usually wouldn't give himself such an exorbitant treat. But you've been making really good money at Renlocks, and you've never really given yourself such a treat as this.
Well, I also want to make a really good impression on Cyrilla when I meet her, so I want to have like a good quill to try to impress her. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you go through. It's a very important transaction to you, and it's a very expensive place. So they're so kind to you, and they're very, very loving, and they compliment your feathers, and they give you bird seeds.
I'm starving. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Sprout's getting cookbooks. Oliver's getting pen and paper, like an awesome pen and paper. I would like to restring my lyre. and use. Oh, I want to use the first of my Renlock money to get like nice strings for the first time.
Ooh.
The
Oh.
first time you go into the Snooty music store where they sell like magical strings like
Can
a
it be
phoenix.
called? Can it be called Snooties?
Yeah, it's called Snooties.
Great.
And when you walk in, Snooty himself is there. He goes, "Are you sure you're in the right place, madam?"
And I feel like very Hollywood style. I just want to be like, oh, and then I pull out my gold. Yes, I am. And then it's just a straight cut to like,
Madam.
yeah.
And then it's like a 80s pop song playing while you're laughing and he's like helping you.
Yeah.
Lauren walks by and she sees you having fun and she's like furious. And okay, on that note, we fade out on you guys having a blast in the Autumn Kingdom. You guys are heading back to Priom to take place in a festival. You're just in time, Mars, for me to wish you a happy commercial break.
Thank you.
And we will see all of you on the other side of our kick-ass commercials.
Ugh.
Hey there, everyone. It's your favorite witch,
I know.
Windletoad.
Windletoad can only be rid of the curse by giving the demon's thimble to a willing participant.
Ooh, the telefans are really going crazy now. But I'm not gonna answer them because I want you to have it. Yes, that's right, you, but you've got to hurry.
Demon's thimble is older than space and time. Demon's thimble is not a thimble.
Know any demons? Ooh, they'll be so jealous.
Demons are drawn to and enraged by the demon's
A
thimble.
gift for a special someone.
Oh, absolutely do not have sex while wearing the demon's thimble.
Or maybe you're a little like me and you just have an eye for detail.
Windletoad does not have an eye for detail, as both eyes were taken by the demon's thimble.
So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Windletoad's House of Witchcraft.
Free lemons!
My pitch for any sitch, Windletoad the Witch.
1 out of 9 people will die after hearing this commercial.
Is this terrifyingly dark and impressively creepy castle all yours?
Every single evil stone.
But there's no way you can afford all this, Sebastian. I don't believe you.
What?
I know how much money your father left you. You're a liar.
No, it's a layer. Welcome to Larry's Layers. We've got everything. Dank castles, dank caves, dank basements, and much, much more. You want a layer? Come to Larry's Layers, where we got the layer for you.
I needed a bog to take the village children so I could drink their blood and steal their souls. Larry's Layers helped me find the right cottage in my price point to leave their lifeless meat sacks. Thanks, Larry!
Larry found me this waterfall with a cave of bats behind it. I call it my cave of bats. Thanks, Larry.
Bridge, good! Larry, good! At Larry's Layers, we set you up with all your first-class layer needs. Never be caught in a second-rate layer again. Come on down and tell them Larry sent you.
You're a liar!
No,
it's a layer.
Larry's Layers.
Off Woodpath 60 by the Mossy Knoll.
Every single hour in the Summer Kingdom, a familiar is beaten or abused. 3,000 familiars were rescued last year, but for hundreds of others, help came too late. Hi, I'm Mara Siglaughlin. Will you cast Spare the Dying for a helpless familiar? Every day, countless magical rabbits, cats, and mini-dragons are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for your help. For just 3 Shekners a month, that's only 12 Googlax a day, you'll help rescue familiars from their abusers, provide food, shelter, HP bonuses, and yes, even love. Teleport or send a speed raven with your money order in the next 30 minutes, and you'll receive this beautiful sack tied to a stick for free. Right now, there's a familiar who needs mass cure wounds. Your parchment says, here's an extra D8. Please help right now.
hot day. Winter Kingdom Ice. Yeah. Now that's cold.
Every single hour in the Summer Kingdom, a familiar is beaten or abused. 3,000 familiars were rescued last year, but for hundreds of others, help came too late. Hi, I'm Mara Siglaughlin. Will you cast Spare the Dying for a helpless familiar? Every day, countless magical rabbits, cats, and mini dragons are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for your help. For just 3 Shekners a month, that's only 12 Googlax a day, you'll help rescue familiars from their abusers, provide food, shelter, HP bonuses, and yes, even love. Teleport or send a speed raven with your money order in the next 30 minutes, and you'll receive this beautiful sack tied to a stick for free. Right now, there's a familiar who needs mass cure wounds. Your parchment says, here's an extra D8. Please help right now.
Hey there, everyone! It's your favorite witch, Windletoad,
Oh, yeah, you guys
and
can
boy, have I got a ghastly sale for you today! Why, it's a genuine demon's thimble! Tired of poking your fingers with needles? Use a demon's thimble, but you gotta act fast because I've only got one. Telefans are open.
Demon's Thimble does not prevent fingers from getting poked.
No collars yet, so if you hurry now, you might just make it.
Demon's Thimble is a cursed object responsible for countless deaths and the fall of at least one civilization, though many do speculate they had it coming.
I hate to part with it, but that's Windletoad, always searching for your next discount.
Windletoad can only be rid of the curse by giving the Demon's Thimble to a willing participant.
Ooh, the telefans are really going crazy now, but I'm not gonna answer them because I want you to have it. Yes, that's right, you, but you've got to hurry.
Demon's Thimble is older than space and time. Demon's Thimble is not a thimble.
Know any demons? Ooh, they'll be so jealous.
Demons are drawn to and enraged by the Demon's
A
Thimble.
gift for a special someone.
Oh, absolutely do not have sex while wearing the Demon's Thimble.
Or maybe you're a little like me and you just have an eye for detail.
Windletoad does not have an eye for detail, as both eyes were taken by the Demon's Thimble.
So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Windletoad's House of Witchcraft.
Free lemons!
My pitch for any sitch, Windletoad the Witch.
1 out of 9 people will die after hearing this commercial.
Is this terrifyingly dark and impressively creepy castle all yours?
Every single evil stone.
But there's no way you can afford all this, Sebastian. I don't believe you.
What?
I know how much money your father left you. You're a liar.
No, it's a Leia. Welcome to Larry's Layers. We've got everything.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. As
Oh, we're back.
La 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 la.
We all knew we were back, and we
That's
were
right.
testing our new back, our new silent back treatment, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yup.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mars Parker, you're still muted. And when we left, we heard that Sprout was finding a lovely recipe for a tart, or a meat pie, and Oliver treated himself to a little shopping spree and got a magical journal with a very fancy quill. And Linda went and took herself to, what did we just name him?
Oh,
It was-
Snooties.
Snooties. She went to the Snooties, which is the really expensive music shop, and got herself some new strings. Oh, what are those new strings made from? They offer unicorn tail. They offer phoenix feather strings. They offer basilisk. What are they made from?
What would I say? Okay. I would want
And then they also have, if you want this option of story, they also have one very cheap and ignored little wand in the corner, or a string box in the corner, where he says, "Oh, you're not interested in those."
What are those?
Some sad little creature that I don't even remember what it's called. Nothing you'd be interested in, trust me. No, we have unicorn over here. And, oh, look at the luxurious shine.
Okay, I want to. Can I pull out the box of the discarded, forgotten strings?
Yeah, you see that these strings were left with a small note that just says "made with love," and other than that, you can't even tell what kind of strings they are.
Well, since I have the coin, I'd like to buy some. I'm trying to think of something like Greek mythology, like some satyr strings.
Yeah, sure. You want some satyr? You know, some people think that's kind of brutal, but
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Well, that's just what they're called. That's not what they're made of.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
shop
I
in
mean-
animal cruelty-free stores.
well, like the unicorn tails are made from unicorn tail, you know, but the unicorns are pets. They're not hurt.
Sure.
They just collect the discarded fur. That's all.
What about Kelpie tail hair?
Huh?
You know, if you want to get all mythological with it.
If you want to think about it, I
Ooh,
can come back.
siren hair.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
that's cute.
It's
Ew, you
fast
guys-
I will
from-
take no more. I'm taking no notes.
It's siren. It's siren. What they do
No
is they
notes.
No
fasten-
notes.
They fasten a scale and they magically transmute it into string, and it is siren string. It's very rare. It's very expensive. And he says, "Oh, one of the siren. Well, madam, I knew you had fine taste, and if you want that silly little box, you can have it on the house."
Great. I'll take the box of strings made with love, and I'll restring for now. I'll restring it with siren.
Okay, you have new siren strings, and it's never sounded better. You can tell the difference immediately. It responds to your thoughts, not just your touch, but it responds to your impulses.
I feel like I want to tell Snooty this, but I'd rather maybe tell the group. Can I run back to the group really, really excited?
You can.
So I run back to you guys. I want to just quickly gloss over telling you like about the strings and like all the nerdy shit. Very like in our Oliver vibes of like report. But I want to show you the box of the strings made of love and say, here's why I got it. Because this lyre, this specific whatever you call the like, you know, wood, you know, thing that it's all on, was my great grandma. And we haven't had any other musicians in the family since. Everyone in my whole family, they're all very supportive, but they don't, no one plays. And my grandmother and my great grandmother, apparently she always said, if you play, you have to play with love. So I don't know if there's anything that's going to happen with these two, but I'm very, very excited. So I'm too scared to try it right now, but I just bought it and I wanted to show you guys.
You don't want to try it now? You sure?
Oh, it's not the right time. Oh, you have to go and I not yet.
Okay.
Vic, everyone else got something special here. Is there anything Vic wants before going back to Priam?
Vic has been sliding propaganda paperwork at some of the low income boarding houses.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Sorry, did you guys hear those dings? That was my bad.
Mm-mm.
No? Oh, good. Okay, great. Then never mind.
11?
11. Yeah, sure. There's one or two people are interested in Perry Muffins. They hadn't heard of her before. and are really just curious to know what you're talking about. And they ask you about your chalk.
Oh, okay.
And where these demonic chalk drawing birds come from, and such like that.
Okay, yeah. I'm sort of trying to do it just like Chinese food flyers style.
Oh, you're just passing out pamphlets?
I'm just like sliding them. I'm putting them on I'm just like, oh, this place looks like it needs a little Perry.
In that case, you're sure that you saved a lot of lives today, a lot of souls.
It's part of is it the Perry? There's an induction plan, really, when you're entering a new city. It's you make people think about Perry, ask questions about Perry, and then you come back a little bit later and you answer them. So it's really just bringing the word Perry Muppins. Also, she can't reach where she doesn't. Don't worry about it. It's fine. There's a long laid plan.
You guys wrap up.
Okay. Great. Vic, I would love sometime, if you feel inclined, to know more about your fervor and your history with Perry, if that's something you feel comfortable sharing.
I think I've known you long enough. What were you saying? What'd you say?
I'm just curious, to know, how you came to discover Perry the very, very first time. Was it in a dream? Was it in real life? Were you walking? Did you seek her out? Like, I just am so, I don't come from a very religious background. And I find it also fascinating because it's just so many different ideologies I don't know.
Well, one day I was leaving for work in the morning as a chimney sweep, but you have to do it when you're little. Can't be full sized at my size and do it because you've got to get in the chimneys and sweep them all out.
So just kids are chimney sweeps?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Certainly. And somebody had pinned a flyer, a propaganda, outside me door. And I thought about it for a little while. And my need brought Perry to me. And she helped me out of a tight situation, if you will. I became an orphan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got stuck in a chimney.
No, impossible. It's impossible. The chimneys will eat you before you die of getting stuck. That's for certain. But yeah, it's a cruel world, Fromden. Sooty, loud, industrial, not kind. But she freed me from an oppressive state under which I had no control and no hope. And she can do that for anybody else.
Did she ask anything of you in return, or just?
Well, she does usually like to strike a bargain.
Sure.
I'll be frank with you. The loss of my dear old dad's life precluded me from that bargain, if you will.
Meaning your father was going to die anyway, and so because of that, you didn't have to make a bargain?
You might say that my dad was destined to die anyway.
So sorry.
It really is for the best.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
No, really. It was for the best, and it wouldn't have happened without Perry. I mean, I wouldn't have been saved without Perry.
Well, I'm glad you're with us, and thank you for telling us, because I know that that's something you keep very close to your heart.
Zap. There is a strange zap of magic, and all of a sudden there is what looks to be a teenage human dressed in strange green clothing, and he stares at Sprout, and he goes, "Dad, I'm running away, and I'm coming with you."
Oh.
Mom has completely lost her mind, and all of our other siblings are freaking out, and I don't fit in with that family, so I'm with you now, Dad.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what did I look at everybody and I'm like, I just a moment, please.
Dad, who are these weird people?
They are
What have you
not
been doing? Like, why are you even here? Where are we?
well, we are in the Autumn Kingdom, and what happened with your mother? She went what?
She's just losing it, Dad. She doesn't want us to leave the forest. She doesn't want to let us go to the cities anymore. And all the other siblings, they're getting weirder and weirder. And I don't want to be. Ironically, Dad, I don't want to turn into you. And I don't know how to survive outside of there because hey, I have no parents teaching me anything. I grew up with the wilderness.
Well,
who are your friends?
Well, this is Vic and Oliver and Linda.
Nice to meet you. What was your name again?
My name. You haven't even told them you have kids, have you, Dad?
To be fair, let me just say your father has been under a lot of pressure, as we all have.
Let me cut you off right there. My dad named me too, and if you want to guess the names of my other three brothers, they're 1 and 3. So we got the privilege of naming ourselves, and I go by Emerson. Go ahead and name your son.
This is oh man, 2.
It sticks. It's 2. My name's 2.
Well, and I just very graciously hold out my hand. It's very, very nice to meet you too, and I can see the resemblance.
Dad, when did you start hanging out with people?
Well, your mother left and didn't want me around much, so I said okay. And
that's not what Mom said. Mom said that after you named us, you wanted nothing to do with children, that you thought we seemed more like creatures to you than the woodland animals, and that you could do nothing.
Is that what your mother said? Is that what your mother said? Is that what your mother said?
Well, you know how she gets when she's angry. She's a giant.
I know, but your mother has a tendency to be a little dramatic. That is not what happened. And 2, by the way, it's not just a number.
Really? What? It's a what? I don't expect you to be a good dad. You're not a good dad. Let's be clear about that.
It's an abbreviation for. It's an abbreviation for. Oh my gosh! It's an abbreviation for Tula.
What I need from you is to just.
It's an abbreviation for Tula. I liked calling you 2. We thought it was a cute little scheme.
Well, that explains why 2 came first. Here's what I need from you. I need you to let me get to know you, and I would like to come with you for a week. Please, you have not given me a week in my entire life. I would like to join you for a week, just long enough for Mom to completely freak out, and then I will go home and she will apologize to me.
Don't really think that's how that's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Okay, you can hang out with my friends.
He walks over to
You know, but I do have to mention,
all of you.
Tula,
You, Oliver.
things have not been safe.
Alan, that's very exciting. Hello.
Oh, wait, hold on, Tula. I think your father needed to tell you one thing really quick.
Oh yeah, what is it, Dad?
Things have been dangerous lately amongst in my life, and I don't want you to be in danger. I want you to be okay and safe, and I would love nothing more than to host you, but I just don't know if this is the best way to go about doing this. I'm at work. I'm traveling, and it's dangerous.
Dad, I live in a forest with a giant.
Yeah, but you're a druid.
Yes, I am, Dad. And I, as a druid, have been helping people for the past 7 years. I've been doing freelance work. I've been doing detective work.
Detective work.
Yes, and they like me in the city, and I fit.
What city?
Dad, this is what I'm trying to say. Is like I don't want the druid life to branch out. I've been sneaking into the other areas outside. I've been sneaking into Priom, and I've been having success there. And I think I can make the transition to city, but I need more than that. I need to have some connection to the real world, and you're the only thing I've got. So if you're in Autumn now, is this where you live now?
No, we live in I live in Priom.
You live in Priom, exactly. You need to help me.
Oh, okay, but we've got to tell your mother.
Dad, we'll tell her when we're done, okay? We'll tell her in 1 week. Give me 1 week. And please don't tell me you're worried about my health. You look like you're about to die. All right? I will take care of you.
Okay, well, I think you're a little dramatic there. Okay, taking after your
I'm
mother.
probably a better druid than you are. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So
right. Okay, join us. We'll
hello everyone. Sorry you had to learn about my father's terrible relationship with his children, whom he abandoned for most of our lives.
I didn't abandon you. I would.
Tula, may I just say, I don't pretend to know obviously the inner workings of your relationship with your father, but you do need to know that Sprout is a very revered, treasured, helpful presence in our group, and is someone that we all look to as someone who can be relied on and trusted. And I don't know what that means for your relationship, but what I can say is if you travel with us, I would only ask that you keep your mind open to maybe the father that you didn't know you.
Thank you, Linda. It's very kind.
Whatever.
Okay, be nice. Just be nice.
Let me guess, Dad. Is this your new girlfriend?
What?
I mean, you have a type for, strong women.
What's wrong with a strong woman?
There's nothing wrong with a strong woman. I think it's great. But are you dating?
I'm not. No.
Tula,
What?
Tula,
No.
in the way that I it is not my business to know your personal history with your father, and and I would love to hear it if you would like to tell me. This is one of those where it is my business with your father on our relationship.
Cool. Good luck with that.
Okay, Tula.
Nice to meet you, Oliver. You're my favorite. Giant man, you are very tall. Are you a giant? I'm half giant. I don't look it because I'm half gnome, and it kind of just balances out.
No, I'm not a giant. I'm a furbolg.
What's a furbolg?
It's like a giant, but different, more bovine in nature.
You're not a minotaur?
No, that is, honestly, kind of, that's, I don't really like. No, not a minotaur.
I didn't
Eh,
know.
Well, King Minos is not a good man. So,
Tula, can I just say, listen,
So let
if
me
you're
ask
gonna,
you, actually, Dad, I'm talking to
I
Vic.
know what you're, I know. Okay, I understand. You're mad at me.
I am mad at you, and I'm allowed to be mad at you. You've been
You
gone
are.
my life, okay? I do want to see you, and I'm mad that I want to see you, and we're gonna hang out, and I need to know you, but I'm mad at you, okay?
Okay, just don't be rude to these folk who have nothing to do with this, okay?
All right, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I could use some friends in Priam. I
Well,
could use someone to teach me how a city life works.
Okay.
Well, I look forward to possibly getting to know you a little bit more, Tula.
I'm not going to be around that long, so don't get too used to me, okay, everyone?
Okay. All right.
I under my breath, just so that Oliver and Vic can hear, I just go, yikes.
little crazy.
Seems a little complicated, and he's never told you before, right?
Oh, I mean, I can't say those words. That's a Lauren feeling. I can't say that out loud.
What were you gonna say?
Well, with a kid like that, can you blame him? I shouldn't. I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
Oh, Linda, maybe he's just a product of his environment. It might not be his fault.
You're absolutely right. I just hope that Tula can see past what's happened to see, the druid that we all love.
I know. That's quite sad.
What should we do with her when we get back to the hive?
You guys are all not talking to me.
You talking about Tula?
Sprout, come over here. Tula, one second.
You look at Sprout has just a total look of just.
Wait, Tula's a guy. His oldest son.
Oh, is Tula a guy?
Tula's a son.
Yeah.
If you want Tula to be a daughter, Tula can be a daughter.
I know a Tula from my high school.
We can make Tula. Let's make Tula my daughter. I like that.
Okay, Tula is a daughter now. Big guy. Same attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you think you'll bring Tula to the headquarters?
I don't think I have a choice. So let's just. Yeah.
I think you might like it. It's there's so many things to do in our headquarters alone.
Yeah, of course. I just need her to be safe.
Yes, of course.
And the city's crazy, and it's not what she's used to, and all right. So, well, okay. Tula, how'd you get here?
It's a spell. I got this from a wizard. It's a ancestral tracking spell, and it can take you to your parents, essentially. I thought it was dumb at first, but I thought about it for a few weeks, and I went back and I got it, and here I am.
So where were you just before you did this?
I was in the forest outside of Rio.
Okay. And your mom doesn't know you're here. So your mom just thinks you're missing now.
She told me that she didn't want to see me again. So I'm giving her exactly what she asked for.
Why?
Oh, just some nonsense over some locals. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's done. I don't want to talk about it. You were gone my whole life.
Okay. It was not your whole life. But, well, fuck me. All right. Well, let's. Hi, everybody.
Tula,
Let's get.
Tula, when we return to our headquarters in Priom, which we're very excited to show you, we actually may need to keep we may need to keep working. We're in the middle of uncovering something that could be potentially very, very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
And just to manage, I know that this just occurred, but
Like
just
dangerous how? Like that's like dangerous cool?
uh
Like cool dangerous? Like
I always find danger is only cool once you've survived it. And
Yeah,
you
it's
look
only
back
cool
on
from
it.
the outside. It's not a.
hell yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to survive it, and then it's badass.
Right. And we only barely survived with our lives.
Do you have like
very
another
recently.
scroll of find ancestry to maybe get you back to your mom?
No, just the one, unfortunately, just the one.
So how are you planning
no,
on getting back to your mom?
I know where mom is, Dad. I know how to find mom. She's not like you. I know where mom is. Okay.
Well, how about this, Tula? When we
Okay.
get back to the hive, why don't, and I just like look to the group conspiratorially to see like if anyone else has any better idea, please tell me. But I'm making a Hail Mary here. Tula, when we get back to the hive, there is our resident bartender, Helga, who makes some of the most
Oh my god.
incredible drinks you've ever had. And I do think she might be looking for an apprentice.
Are you talking about alcohol?
Don't think, Linda. I don't think she's quite old enough for that yet.
Is that what you're talking about?
There's other things there, though. It's a
In
full.
In the forest,
It's a
what
full
we do is
and
we actually lick the underside of the beavers, which, by the way, is not that weird because that's where a lot of vanilla flavors come from. All right, but that gives us a bit of a.
Have you and your siblings just been out licking beavers?
Dad, don't ask about it. Okay, that's so embarrassing. Stop it. God.
I pull Sprout aside and I say, I believe they like to be called lesbian.
Are you just out there licking beavers?
Dad, you're embarrassing me. Don't ask that. It sounds weird when you say it like that.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
Well, I just.
Anyway,
it's
if there's
dangerous to
alcohol,
wander through the woods looking beavers.
If there's real alcohol, you've got to please, Linda. I have to try it. I have to try the real thing.
Tula.
Dad.
Tula.
Stop. Linda, please.
How Sprout or Tula, how old are you? If I may ask, just so that I.
Well, it's difficult as druids because we just count the number of moons, but I think if I translate it, Emerson.
What did we decide?
We didn't.
Oh, I'm gonna say. So in the gnome world, which you would typically like,
gnomes have extended lives, right?
Extended lives. So you're looking at a gnome who's maybe about 55 years old, but is actually in that span like 15.
Like a
teenager.
Like a full teenager. Like
Yeah, especially since she grew up outside of civilization in the woods, kind of told to shun people.
Do we have age limits on our age requirements on our drinking and our Feywild?
I mean, I always feel like in like olden times, like children drank wine.
I think
and
I
like,
don't
no
think
one
it's
cared.
I don't think there's a law about
Not
it.
even olden times.
Just like actually straight up Germany,
like France, Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
I think it's considered common sense not to let a kid get drunk, but there's not laws that.
I'm just like.
Or if Sprout has his own rules with his kid, that's fine too.
No,
but there's
my whole thing is that I'm a little worried about the impulsivity that seems to be apparent in my lovely daughter, and I am just concerned about that. Is all.
That is a very, very good point. Tula, something that you may not know is our headquarters is becoming a hub for a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life, different races, different classes, heights, ages, you name it, our hive pretty much has it. And one of the best places to hear any number of tall tales, wild adventures, scary, daring escapes is the tavern where Helga works.
Okay, well, please show it to me. I'd love to see it. I really want to see it. But tell me, what does my dad do there? Is he like the gardener?
Okay. Your dad is actually, if you can believe it, one of the braver warriors.
I don't believe it.
Oh,
I don't.
The things he's done on the battlefield are quite amazing.
I don't know how much you paid them, Dad, but I don't believe them.
Okay, I didn't pay them anything. I, in fact, get paid to do this. So,
Okay, well, easy deal. 1 week. You owe it to me. I'm your daughter. You abandoned me. You owe me a week. I'm just asking for 1 week, and
all right,
we'll be
okay, one week, but
okay, yay, let's go.
okay, but you gotta.
I am going to try alcohol, and I'm not going to lick a beaver to get drunk this time.
Well, it's keep the beaver licking to the woods, okay?
Are we good transporting? Is there anything else we need to do here?
I think I got everything.
I love hearing Greg say he's licking a beaver.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Time for everything. All right. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? He's kind of sexy, Dad. Is that your
Okay,
boss?
no, we're not. What?
I'm sorry, man. My name is Renlock. Thank you for the compliment. Sprout, can I speak with you?
Yep.
Sprout, why did that young woman call you father?
Well, it's because she's my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Yeah, and 3 kids.
You have 3 kids? You have 3
God.
kids? And
Why?
where are the other 2 kids? Are they going to run in here too? Because
No,
let me tell you
they're
what's trouble.
supposed to be with Broomstick Hilda, but they decided to. Tula has always had a fierce little personality on her.
Let me tell you something that I know. All right. I don't know how old your daughter is, but I can tell you that she is the trouble age. All right. The age of trouble in my home is the age of daughter.
Yeah.
And say, put that down, young lady. Is she allowed to drink alcohol? Has she been drunk before?
No.
All right. Are your family going to invade my work?
No. Short answer is no. But my daughter is requesting a week with her father, and
Do I look like a hotel to you, Sprout?
you don't need to worry about it, Renlock.
No, it's fine. I got a room for it. Hold on. John, you're out. Yeah, you're out. All right. I got a room for her. All right.
John like walks out like, I was gonna feed my kids with this.
Oh.
Look, if you got it, you got it. John didn't get it. All right. So he's out. All right. Put her in there. You got 1 week, buddy. And then if she causes any trouble, it is on you. And let me make that clear. If she causes too much trouble, you are out of a job.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Talk to you soon. And he heads back out, and there's the festival going on. He's like, woohoo!
Wait, I run up to Renlock real quick.
Oh, I just made my exit. What?
You know what it's like with with family. Things aren't always easy.
Yeah, I do. I do know that. You're right. All right.
Like, let me just say this, right? Like eh, obviously, I'm gonna say I heard this from the other
You've been
team.
caught up by now.
Been caught
sure.
up. I know your father is difficult, and I was doing my best to stay away from my kids, not out of some because I didn't want to see them, but it didn't seem like I was serving them.
Listen to me, but listen to me. I don't need you to be a good parent, and I don't need you to explain to me why you chose to leave your family. If you think I don't know what it is to leave your family because you think it's best for the people around you, I do know it. I know it quite well, friend. And I'll just say that if your daughter is anything like my father, I will put my boot in her ass myself.
But what do you wish your father did that he didn't do?
Listen, my father, there's no saving a man like that. What I wish he did, I don't care what he did. I wish he was someone different. It's who I wish he was that I would change. I would find a father who put people before money, first of all. For you,
All right.
I don't think you can change all the time that's passed. I'm sure that you druid folk aren't so good at society. Surely your daughter understands that.
Plants and animals are just so much easier than people, you know.
Yeah. Well, hey, you cannot become friends with who she was, but maybe you could become friends with who she is.
All right.
But I'm serious. If she messes up everything and destroys the place,
foot in the ass right here.
oh, you got it, buddy. All right, I'll see you out there. You guys have to go compete and win against the alpha team. I mean the primary. I mean the team. Who knows what they're going to be called? Unless you guys want to seize that moment, we can just say you guys do go to the festival. You do beat the other team in the big relay something. You guys celebrate being the victors, and then I definitely would want to give you some time with Aramaya, who Aramaya had time with Permissa, and she showed you those two drawings that also showed these guys all dead in the desert.
Yeah.
So why don't we, unless anyone wants to jump in, why don't we just fast forward to the evening after the festival?
Let's replay the whole festival episode.
Hold on, I'll just play
my
it
God.
at the
yeah, Graham, can you just do the playback for that episode? Okay, yeah, I'm happy to skip forward. Does someone want to do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
No. Happy to skip. This is my
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are past the festival, and Aramaya, you have been wanting to talk to them. Oliver is off eating somewhere or having fun with someone, but you do see Vic and Linda and Sprout at a table, and you've been meaning to get a chance with them.
I haven't my own team yet though about what I saw, right?
That's up to you. You can totally decide.
I feel like in this timeline I haven't yet. Because
Right.
I did in that last episode when I saw them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you haven't said it yet.
No. Okay. So all right, I'm gonna say I don't see anyone else from my team. So I see them. And I race over and I don't race over. I calmly walk over and keep my voice low and say, hi everyone. I have some news. And if you could come with me quickly. And we go and I kind of walk them over to like just a more secluded area that we're not like in the midst of people. I saw our town sorceress, our town, what are we calling her?
The divination witch?
Our
Krista.
divination witch.
No, Inora's the divination witch.
Okay, she's
Damn it.
your local witch.
Hedge
I
witch.
was just approached by our local witch, Permissa, if you all haven't met her yet. And she has the ability to bring forth images of the future. And she has not been wrong. And she showed me one just now that involves you all. And I described the image. Do you want to describe it again, Greg? Because you're probably going to describe
Sure. It was all of you standing in a line in the desert, staring out at nothing. And and your faces were rotting away as if you'd been there for months.
Do I have the copy or no?
Sure, if you want, absolutely.
Okay.
We have a magical world, whatever. There's a
So
photo scan spell. Photoscanacious.
So I pull out like a postcard or whatever, like a smaller, image of copy of the image, and I push it in front of the group.
That looks like where we were.
You've been here?
Yes.
When?
We just
came
arrived,
back.
and we've just come back from the Autumn Kingdom, learning everything we could about it. It was horrifying.
It was awful.
God. Do I know that Cypress was also in this world? Did he tell it me?
Cypress is back, so yes, Cypress told us where he was, that he was in this crazy desert world. It does sound exactly like what they're describing, yes.
Okay. Did you see Cypress when you were there?
No.
No.
Did you see anyone else when you were there?
No.
Oliver said that he saw a city very briefly the moment we got there, but then it disappeared shortly after he saw it.
And you guys don't know anything about this place?
Nothing. Except one account of a woman who was there for a long time, and she said that of her companions, she saw a very different landscape than they saw. She described the landscape that we saw. She told her description of the anyway, you know what I mean. It's a bad place for us, wasn't a bad place for her.
Did you get the name of the city?
Umbrelst.
Yeah. Umbrelst.
Umbrelst. Okay.
And there's a portal directly to it, below the theater in Transylvania in Universalia.
Universalia. Wow, I've never been there.
It's actually kind of fun.
Okay. Keep this copy if you want. I need to go find the members of my team to update them on some other business.
And ask Inora if she got the books.
Okay. What are you gonna say,
That's
Greg?
cute.
Also, let's have Brenlock show up. Good. I'm glad you're all here. I'm going to say you chatted with Renlock about what you saw already. Okay, Armaya.
Okay, sure.
I'm glad you're all here. Did Armaya tell you about that image of you all in the desert?
Yeah.
Did she tell you about the image of them all under the ground?
I wasn't gonna tell
Well,
them.
Armaya, I think we need to, because look, if what these drawings are saying is correct, then if you go to the desert continent, you're all going to die. And if they go to this place, they're all going to die. So what I'm thinking is that you all should go to that creepy ass place, and they all should go to your creepy ass place, and maybe we have better luck.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Do you have the picture with you of your Armaya of your?
Excuse me.
I slide it.
Yeah, I grab it.
The one of the other team.
Yeah. What does that one look like?
Okay, so there are these large, they're in an underground, it's all 5 of them in an underground tunnel. 2 of them are just lying what look like dead on the ground. One of them is like crawling on the ceiling with red eyes.
Wasn't that me? Wasn't Armaya the one?
I think it was Armaya crawling.
Yeah.
So essentially it looks like 3 of the team are like moving like undead creatures, and 2 of them are just dead. It's under the ground in these burrows, like hills that are quite large, well over the size of your head.
Ooh.
So if you have more research on the place you went to, maybe I can take some of it and show our team if we're gonna be going to not to the other places.
Yeah, I think that the best thing for all of us to do would be to just exchange information. And I mean, gosh, maybe we're all meant to switch places or something.
Where's my daughter?
Oh no.
I don't know. Or
you hear something in another room crash and go down, and then you hear, I did not do that. That was not my fault. Dad!
Be right back.
that is a handful. Oh,
Run off.
I've
Hey.
dealt with troubled youth, but that is a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a gambling man. Yes, I am. If I were gonna put a bet on this, I would say he's not gonna last the week.
Well,
Anyway, good luck.
Oh,
for
thank
their sake they
you.
do, but
Red lock out, and
Oh.
he poofs away in a cloud.
There he is.
Well, we see him walking away.
Yeah, and then you see him walking away. He's like, "Still, it didn't work." Oh well.
You see me.
One
You see
day.
Sprout. You see Sprout coming back over, holding Tula's hand. You just sit.
Dad, stop touching me. You're embarrassing me. Stop
You're
it.
embarrassing
Oh
yourself.
my- You're
What-
embarrassing yourself.
well,
What's the plan?
Oh,
I think the plan is for us to maybe find a way to these creepy caverns.
The hives.
The
I'm gonna
hives.
say Amara, or Amaya walked away and Oliver showed up.
Okay.
And you guys caught me up. Now I'm caught up.
My stupid brain immediately just wants it to be that actually Armai and Oliver are the same person. Just like
So she just goes, now she's Oliver.
No one's ever.
You just
no
never
one's
see.
ever-
You never see them in the
you've
same room.
never seen them in the same room twice. That's not
Alright.
true. They were on the same battlefield.
It's just Armand with like a bad mask on from the musical.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys gather. What's the rest of the evening look like?
So remind me who won the competition. Did we win?
We did.
We won.
yeah.
You guys just won one round. I think the
Yeah.
main team won the big ol'. I mean, we didn't do a big win. We kind of just did a few mini games and moved to the end of the night,
And I don't think all of us played I don't think that our secondaries played every game. Do you know what I mean?
No, it was just one race between the secondaries.
Yeah. So we
Uh-huh.
just beat them at one thing. I guess I'm gonna say that I go to the library to try to read about this place that we're gonna go to now with the big hole with the big cavern things.
Okay, so
that sounds good.
you guys also get information from the other team about the continent they went to, where their key led them, which was the Key in Wishland. So the Key in Wishland took you to a portal that opened up the bird continent, where you guys went into these empty fields, and there were signs of civilization, but they were all abandoned. You were creeped out. Started talking to the birds, and the birds were like, "You'd better get off the land before nightfall." There were also all like burrows in the ground that looked like things had come out of the ground up above, but you didn't see signs of them going back. You guys then decided, you talked to the birds. The birds told you there was a city down the river that you could go see. And you guys considered getting on the river on a boat, so you would be off of the land. But then you decided instead to go home and sleep in Priam, where you got caught up in the Renlock plot. And that's the last time you've been to that continent. You don't even have a name for it. So you have two now continents that you don't have names for that you guys have to get to. The other passageway is the one that leads to Dasa Klub, which you haven't even gone and explored what that is yet.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna say I go to the library and read a bunch of more research on top of the shit that we heard from the other team.
Yes. Looking for stuff in the library, you find very little of help. This continent, there are no survivors that made it back to the Autumn Kingdom from this place, so it seems like it's just unknown as of now.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Guys, I feel destiny is pulling us to face these caves with us, just us. But I have to tell you, I'm scared of the unknown. I don't know what to do when faced with fighting creatures that could take out the other team. Why
Linda,
us?
Linda, you're never alone, especially when you're walking with me. You've also got the power of a deity who's mighty interested in things going on, walking with you too.
I mean, Linda, we've been going into these battles now for a little while together, and we don't always know what's going to be there on the other side, but we've got each other.
I guess this is the first time that we're going someplace where we actively know that it's scary. And that's scary.
I mean, that's what we signed up for.
He's right. We signed up to be real heroes, and that we are.
Absolutely. And it sounds badass. We're going to
Okay,
go.
you're not
have
coming.
a crazy
You're
time.
not.
Whatever
There's
comes
no
at
way.
us as a
There's
group,
no.
they cannot beat us. Okay, we got this.
Nope.
We're the leaders now. We're the Red Line.
There's no we.
Dad, I'm going with you. I'm going to go with you.
Julie, no.
Dad, I'm going to go with you.
No.
What do you mean? No, this is what you have to spend a week with me. You cannot leave me here for a week. That's not the agreement.
I will be back before the week is out. This is too dangerous.
Are you
can
serious
die.
right now? Are you
can
serious?
Die.
What if I die here? What if someone attacks this place? What if spiders come in here and eat everyone?
It's
you have to come home and I've been
it
eaten
is
by
pretty
spiders.
unlikely that there's going to be spiders coming here to eat everyone.
Oh, yeah? I've seen
yeah.
spiders in the forest that would eat everything here. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I think we need to, what?
I'm strong. I can fight. I can help you. Come on.
What you need to be is back with your mother, and I want you to be here, but there's
I don't know why I expected anything from you other than
this is not. It's not one of
my dad. And she goes off to her.
No, you think I would give anything?
She walks away from you.
I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to the rest of the group. I'm like, you think those death caverns are hard? Try having a teenage daughter.
Wow, it seems like a lot, but she also really seems like she's got fire and a passion for what she believes in, and I don't know, I don't think that's so bad in the long run.
I'm gonna get her killed.
Well, I've got to tell you something. I think she's probably going to do something irrational. At any point, she seems like she is a powder keg waiting for a fireball. And it's either she's going to do it in front of you where you can help her, or she's going to do it away from you where you can't. So I'm not really sure if you're interested in keeping her around in the long haul, but
Listen,
that's a ticking time bomb.
I love all of my kids. I just want them to be safe. And I mean, are you all okay with her coming along?
I mean, not really, but maybe there's something else you can do. You can send her with someone on a mission, or you want her to believe that she can trust in you, or she's going to call down the might of somebody like Parry, and all of a sudden you're not going to have to worry about much else anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
It's better for them to want you to be in their lives.
Right. So
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think she should come with us, but I agree with Vic that maybe you should put it in a way where it'll seem enticing to her to not go with us.
What Sprout, what kind of a druid is she?
well, I don't know. I wasn't around when she picked her circle.
You seem a little absentee at best, possibly neglectful at worst. And that's me just coming straight from my heart.
Sprout, I would say let me talk to her.
Hold on, let me feed this barking animal at me. Oliver feeds like a magical purple little dog looking thing.
Also, by the way, Warky the Chocobo gave us 100 little bits.
Oh, thank you.
Worky the Chocobo is watching. Oh, I talked to him earlier today and he came up. Worky, we have a studio and everything. We're just in social distance tonight because we have some sickness running through the group.
I'm
But
sick as a dog.
come back and look at us, and when we have our fancy everything going. But thanks for the biddies and thanks
Also,
for
just like the best name ever. That's a great name.
Worky the Chocobo is
Yeah,
literally what he goes by. Okay. So
Sprout,
where were we?
what if I spoke with Tula, woman to woman, and just asked her about her circle and her likes? Maybe we can match her up with, I don't know, anybody here in town that she could just get a small some small part-time work, so that when you are gone, she's not sitting idly by, but learning or doing something fun and doing something with herself in this big city.
Okay.
I don't want to overstep.
No, I mean, I think it would. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Father?
Yeah, I wasn't ready. And here we go, but listen, I'll think, sure. Yeah.
Well,
You wanna go see her? She's in her room.
Yeah.
Recently Joe's room.
She has
Poor Joe.
Poor Joe.
It has all Joe's stuff in there.
Yeah, it has Joe written on the wall. He was that guy. You
He's
come
part
in.
of a Joe club.
You come in and she's just grunting and or her door is definitely locked and closed.
Oh, yeah, boy, knock on.
Who is it?
Hi, it's Linda. Just
Open.
wanted
Just
to.
pretty much immediately.
Oh.
You can come in, Linda. Sorry, I thought you were my dad.
Girls girl, we love a girls girl.
Right, you got Joe's room.
Yeah. Was he in wait, he doesn't have kindergarten. Was he in chipmunk school? Because this is embarrassing. I can't be in this room. That's my dad, such a loser.
I do believe he is what we call sometimes in the city a dwarf child.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an older dwarf, but also a child.
This is amazing, by the way. This is the coolest place I've ever been. I've been to Priom, I've been sneaking in, but this underground swanky place, it's very, very cool. I mean, this is also exciting. How do you guys even don't you just want to get out there in the city and just experience everything and just talk to everyone and just taste everything?
Yes, actually, I do. That's why I joined. I have a calling. I came from a very supportive household, but they didn't and they still don't really understand. They love me, and they're very supportive, I suppose, is all I can say, but they don't understand music. They don't understand what drives me. They don't understand what's in my heart. And I thought I would find it when I went to college and declared my major and all of that. And I still couldn't find it. And it wasn't until I found this group of people that I finally found the beginning of when I finally started to feel like me. And for what it's worth, all I can say is all of the anger and all of the disappointment and all of the hurt that you're feeling right now, it is so understandable and so justified. And I just hope that there's some small part of you that knows that you will make it through this and you will be okay. And that the fact that you and your father took this step today is a really, really good thing.
Cool.
Have you declared your circle yet? Or was it a declaration or like a ceremony? Or I feel like I would know what it is, but I don't know.
I chose to follow the path of the moon, which lets me transform really well, and I'm really good at turning into all sorts of animals.
Let me guess, 2 bears?
How did you know I love to summon 2 bears? What?
So stupid. We love a callback.
Always so helpful summoning 2 bears.
So very helpful.
Suddenly you're not 1 person, you're 3. Okay, yeah. That's fair. So I think if I'm reading you right, what you're saying is that I should sneak along with the group and help my dad fight whatever, right?
Well, if I can be so bold, what I was going to propose, do you know who you've been sneaking into Priam? You know who Talk is, yes?
Thomas?
Talk?
No, wait. Oh, Hawk.
No, Talk.
Talk.
The head of
Talk. Oh,
the
yeah.
head of the military.
I was arrested 3 times, but they never were very able to, poof. I'm a butterfly. try to keep in a cell.
In the courtyards of the royal courtyards up on the hill, they have training grounds for all classes. And since Renlock has an inn with Talk, I was going to propose, what if you got, for the first time in your life, free high professional grade training?
What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Did I bleep out? Did I blink out?
I didn't hear the last word that you said, but
training.
Oh, training.
Training.
Sorry.
So sorry. Training.
Sorry.
Yeah, Linda, that sounds really exciting.
I remember the first time I sat with one of my professors who taught me how to inspire emotion by playing a song. And I thought I knew what it was because I did it naturally. But in the practice of it and in the education of it, I found I have powers still within me that I have not yet explored. And all I can say is it was because someone helped me. And
I mean, I get that. I used to not be able to turn into swimming animals, but now I can turn into swimming animals. I'm not quite good at flying animals yet.
Have you seen a T-Rex yet?
What's that?
Oh my God.
I've just read about him in books.
Is that a dinosaur? Because I see those everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're so common I won't ever transform into one because they offend me personally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know a whole range of hunters that are out there to ensure that they go extinct before anyone else has to lay eyes on those horrible creatures ever again.
Oh my God.
Linda, do you like my dad?
Very
I
much.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, but do you like my dad? Because it just seems like all day since I mean, since I've been here, it seems like you were upset that he didn't tell you something, and I know he doesn't talk about us. He's not even really a dad to me. You know what I mean? Like he could have been, but he wasn't, and that's where we're at. And he's a stranger to me. You know, he's a stranger. But I get curious about him, and I wonder about what his life is like sometimes. And it seems like there's something between you two. Are you guys, you know?
Well, all I can tell you, and this is truthful, all I can say is, I think if we can find a time when we're more at peace, when the world has gotten larger, I think that might be the moment where your father and I can figure out whatever it is that we would like to be for each other. For now, I care about your father very, very much. I know he feels the same. And I honestly trust him with my life.
Well, that makes one of us.
I know.
I think I want to get some sleep now, if you don't mind.
Think about my offer. It would be a very easy request. And who knows, maybe you'll learn something that you could then come on another adventure with us later on down the road and show your dad a thing or two.
Yeah, maybe. Good night.
Night.
And you close the door.
Uncomfortable with how good Greg is at being a 14-year-old girl.
You close the door.
It's very natural for him.
You close the door, and she turns around. She goes, "Oh, loser."
Oh my God, Caddy today.
Everyone just a full.
If you want to know why, it's because she knows that you're trying to get rid of her.
Oh, so you didn't persuade her.
She's just like, you don't want me to go either. Got it, you know?
Oh, well, honestly, I'd rather her be pissed than her getting her killed, so.
She's gonna be
what?
pissed.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull in our group and just be like, I knock on her door.
Music starts blasting.
Yeah. I was thinking like she has a I can't think of what the word that I was using before. Never mind. What's like a telephone for music?
An iPod?
Phone.
Yeah, a telephone.
Oh, a telefan, but for music.
A telefan for music.
Yeah,
we
like a gramophone.
A gramophone. We could call it a gramophone.
A gramophone.
Yeah, that's
yeah. She just starts blasting a gramophone, and it's it's Nick Savannah being like, "Kill it with the fireball."
She's a full Noxie Vanna.
Yeah.
They're cool because the more you like interact with the fan, the like more the music like takes over, you know. So you can like dance with it and twist it and turn it. Okay, that is where we're ending our episode. You guys are now learning that Sprout has a family.
Yeah, what the friggity frackety?
That was surely a surprise.
I was shocked.
Linda, I would love to know. I'd love to get a scene in between you and Sprout next episode or at some point.
Wait, should they for Girls in Games do a behind the scenes scene? You know, like exclusive scene for Girls in Games.
Exclusive. Okay, I demand an exclusive Girls in Games scene.
Okay,
it's like when you finish a book and it has the POV of the other character in it, just for one chapter.
It doesn't. I'd say it doesn't have to be this moment. You could ironically choose a happy moment between the two to showcase how sad it is now.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull a Kingdom Hearts, and even though we're gonna say it's a side quest, it's gonna be so integral to the plot that if you don't see it, you're gonna miss out on a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever they talk about in this 10-minute scene will be the premise of the final season of our show.
It's going to be on the final exam.
Sounds
Yeah,
like Kingdom
and
Hearts to
That's
me.
it.
And I'm
That's
not.
it.
I am not bridging the gap. Okay.
No previously on for this 10-minute
For this
exchange.
one, no, that's it.
This was our we could have gone out and run somewhere and gotten in fights, but I always like the episodes where we end up going back to Priom and talking. I feel like we kind of do that after a lot of our adventures, and it always feels like a fun episode. Are you trying to cut your hair, Michelle? You just randomly picked up scissors and we're like,
you don't ever do that? You don't ever pick scissors up?
Michelle, you're just sick. You're just sick. Bangs aren't worth it.
Wait, I have bangs.
Michelle, you've got to cut that hair off and have a powerful transformation.
Okay.
No!
Hold on, music.
You guys got so scared.
Oh my god.
You really look like you're.
You guys thought.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I thought you were going to do it. All right, we're done.
Chicken.
Okay.
Wednesday, it's Emerson and Jason.
Yep.
So come here. We'll be doing it here on our Discord. So if you aren't part of the Discord, please, where have you been? You must join us. That's where the party is.
And you can't watch the Girls and Games unless you're one of our Patreon members, right?
Yes, that's true.
So if you want to
Correct.
know how to watch, go to our Patreon, become one of our alchemists, and join us on Girls and Games.
And maybe you'll get a spicy, a sad, a happy 10-minute scene.
Oh, we're
Wow.
gonna hit
Maybe
every
even
single
with a
one of
happy
those.
ending.
Every beat.
Yep.
If I'm free on Wednesday, I'll be in the chat for sure. And if I don't get a juicy several beats scene with twists and ups and downs, then I shall revolt.
But
want so
no
many
turns.
I want so many beats that I think you're Dwight Schrute.
Not one turn.
Not
You
one
twist.
turn.
You twist, you do not.
I want
all right,
to
love
do
you
one
all.
of those acting exercises where you're doing the contentless scenes, and it's just like, hey, what's going on?
I really liked those,
I did
'cause
too.
Yeah, definitely.
you could get it was a scene where nothing ever happened. It was just random, seemingly random, non-dialogue. But an actor could infuse it with subtext. So you could be like,
yeah, it was a subtext exercise.
you could be like, we're going to read this completely
So
random
like every
scene.
conversation with Jason.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Am I that subtextual? I
You're
feel like it's
fine.
not that subtextual.
You're subsexual.
Oh.
Hey, that's not a bad thing to be
I have to
called.
take NyQuil now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried to say bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
friends.
Love you all.
Love
night.
you.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Did it go?
People just sign up. Like
People just left?
Oh, did they just leave?
Are we?
Okay.
From the stories whispered in dead of night, they burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The holy hypocrites are on their black thrones. We're righteous renegades who come for their crown. We risk it all for our souls, and we raise a drink to your favorite misfits, and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us, cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The freaks are coming for you. We've come to play. Be careful what you wish for in the devil's game. The freaks are coming for you. We've come to play. Be careful what you wish for in the devil's game. We are the natural.